you feel good on the vibe all night. Welcome to the show. It's Tea with P. DJ spinning tracks. Got that reggae spree. Tune in the dots. Let the vibes be free. Late night session. Sip that turbo tea. Coming on the late show. Sing it on TNN. Hope you're feeling right. Cause we got the vibe so grand. Get cozy and unwind. With news that you demand. Tea with P's a spot. The best in podcast land. Welcome to the show. It's Tea with P. DJ spinning tracks. Got that reggae spree. Tune in the dots. Let the vibes be free. Late night session. Sip that turbo tea. Coming on the late show. Sing it on TNN. Hope you're feeling right. Cause we got the vibe so grand. Get cozy and unwind. With news that you demand. Tea with pizza spot. The best in podcast land. Welcome back, listeners, to our cozy nook. Where the beats go like pages in a favorite book. Settling, feel the rhythm in every hook. Tonight's the night, let's dance and cook. You have a great time, make yourself at home. In this rhythmic zone, where the melodies from. See with peace and legs out, where the music keeps you warm. Join the jam, find your peace in the storm. Welcome to the groove, it's Tea with me tonight. Feel the reggae flow, let it make the world right. Come and find your comfort, you meet the that's right. With every track we spin, you take you to new heights. It's our place to chill, with rhythm that's in chance. Join us the moment, let's give you all the chance. Turn up the sweet serenades, let the music down. Open up in my brain time, I swear on in that chair. Welcome to the show. It's Tea with P. DJ spinning tracks. Got that reggae spree. Tune in the dots. Let the vibes be free. Late night session. Sip that turbo tea. Coming on the late show. Sing it on TNN. Hope you're feeling right. Cause we got the vibe so grand. Get cozy and unwind. With news that you demand. Tea with pizza spot. The best in podcast land. Welcome to the show. It's Tea with P. DJ spinning tracks. Got that reggae spree. Tune in the dots. Let the vibes be free. Late night session. Sip that turbo tea. Coming on the late show. Sing it on TNN. Hope you're feeling right. Cause we got the vibe so grand. Get cozy and unwind. With news that you demand. Tea with pizza spot. The best in podcast land. Hey, good night, host. It's time to unwind. Think favorite tracks. Leave your stress behind. Welcome to the show. This song was just for you. Tea with P's, your proof. Where dreams is getting you. Jamming on the late show. Sing it on TNN. Hope you're feeling bright. Cause we got the vibe so grand. Get cozy and unwind. With news that you demand. Tea with P's the spot. Leave the sweet podcast land.
Diamonds so pale, and I'm gonna take you traveling the world. I'm gonna love you, babe. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing tonight? Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are warm. Kicking it fly today, baby, because it's Thursday. And that means that it's time for Tea with P, where the T is beer and the P is me. And here we are to token joke away the entire night together. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, it's with much somber news that I bring to you. The DGC, the Dude Grows channel, has been deleted. Unfortunately, this morning I woke up to my inbox that was full. Shout out to GT, Grow Tent. He brought it to my attention that we are now missing one of the greatest cannabis channels to ever walk this planet. Some people are bringing it to my attention that the Dude Grows Talk Show is still around, and that is true. The Dude Grows Talk Show is still around, and that is a blessing. However, their main channel has been removed, and that is incredibly unfortunate. I have texted Scotty, and I passed off my my deepest, I don't want to say condolences, but I just passed off a kind word or two on behalf of the flock. And I simply asked, was there anything that you wanted to say or have anyone do? And he just said, at this time, I'm just trying to figure out a game plan. And he's asking people to head to realdgc.com. Okay. realdgc.com. We are not going to put a link in the chat only because I'm not sure why they were deleted or why they were removed. However, I have a strong feeling that it may have to do with maybe some of the things that we're advertising or some of the things that they were distributing or selling or products or so on or so forth. No matter which way you shape it, none of it's dangerous. None of it should be deleted. And I'm pretty sure that if we were looking around the internet, we would also see much worse things. So, shout out to the DGC. They want everybody to just head on over to realdgc.com. Go check that out and let them know that you appreciate them, and let them know that we're rooting for them to get their channel back. YouTube, if you're listening to this, I want you to know that the DGC are some of the best people I've ever met. Their channel is not dangerous. It is informative, educational, and some of the greatest content that has blessed YouTube in the form of cannabis content. And I look up to them, and I want YouTube to know that you're making a big mistake. I'm sure it was AI generated. I'm sure that it wasn't meant to be. However, the DGC, the Dude Grows boys, have been deleted before. Multiple times, and they have come back even stronger every single time. So I have no doubt that they will come back even harder, even faster than the next time. And I want them to know that if there's anything they need to help spread the word of the DGC, that the flock is here to help them with that. So just want to let you guys know that really sucks. I really hate doing these kind of stories and mentions because we've been there. I know exactly how it feels, and I don't like it. So now that we got a little housekeeping out of the way, it's great to see you guys. Thank you for pulling up for another Tea with P every single week, Thursdays, 9 p.m. Central. Mrs. P is on my favorite shot right here. This is great. I love it. I personally enjoy how I'm distorted.
You hate this shot.
I hate this shot. And
I don't know which one you want me to be on.
No, it doesn't matter. No, it's fine. No, you're a producer.
I know.
You're running the show here.
This is a great shot, but it feels very impersonal because we're not as close up.
It is.
And then I can do this shot, but then I feel like we're too close all the time. So this is like a happy medium.
This isn't bad, Mrs. P. I was just saying, this is my favorite scene.
It's not your
favorite
favorite
for all the reasons
scene.
you just mentioned.
No, you gave me a hard time yesterday because I don't see the distortion.
Because the camera's on a slight angle to me, I feel like I'm like, but it's not. It's great.
I'm also stressed out enough today as
I'm also
it is.
slouched. It's a very stressful day today. Woke up this morning to the DGC going missing. Strange Show lost a bunch of his footage. Just tragic. However, in a bright side of things, Matt's going to be joining us here this evening, tonight. We're going to be talking with Matt from Strange Show at the top of the next hour, bottom of this one. And I'm very excited about it because that boy's been doing a lot of things, and I can't wait to dive into all the things that he's been doing. So shout out to Strange Show. Shout out to everybody who's pulling up. I really appreciate you guys. Look at all the green in the chat, too. Look at this. I see High Plains Bud, John Lindsay, Strange Show, Sean. What's going on? Default's here. Canna Kev is in the house. Honor Roll, how you doing, brother? Monica's here. Monica, hello. Good to see everybody, man. Thank you for pulling up, and thank you for being a member of the channel. Shout out to all the members of the channel. If you're looking for some behind-the-scenes content, Or if you're looking for content before anybody else, you can just hit the join button, which is somewhere on the bottom of the screen here. And it helps support the show, and it helps give a little bit of extra to those that are looking for a little bit of extra as well. So thank you guys. Dro's here, Trent's here, motivated by Terps is here, John is here, Reg, the hardest guy to in the chat. Look at this, man. Chapo's here. Good to see you, bro. East Coast, my guy. Let's go, man. Good to see you, dude. And shout out to all my patrons too, man. Shout out to my patrons, man, helping us support the show. If it wasn't for my patrons, man, I wouldn't be able to pretend like I'm working over here and spread the great word of cannabis to as many people as I can, and to let people know that home growing is the way. And if you're not doing it, you're missing out. So shout out to everybody on the screen for being within the inner circle. I appreciate you guys for the support, and everybody over on Patreon, and of course everybody here today, guys. Long introduction, but here we are. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I was just a patron chump. No, you a real one, Kurt. I appreciate you, bro. JJ, good to see you too, man. Markatoon. Soda Can Gaming. What's up, man? Chief Terps. Holla. What you guys smoking on tonight? What you guys smoking on? YouTube. I just want you to know I'm smoking on some educational only content. Okay, this isn't dangerous. It's not meant for kids. All right. Okay. Holdor, what's up, man? Good to see you. Mr. CLTV is in the house too, brother. Good to see you.
Hey, made it. Everybody was asking earlier where he was.
Where was
I figured he was working hard.
He's always working hard. That
I know.
man. The man's raising children, dude.
Raising children and owning a business.
That man's raising children right there. You son of a gun, you want to raise mine too? By golly.
He's pretty easy and self-sufficient at this point, so...
This boy can do it all, man. This boy do all his own stunts.
Should we... Today,
what?
He shaved.
Mrs. P, can you believe that? Today, Robert, for the very first time, shaved.
No.
Yep, believe it or not. I can't believe he shared that with you, but that's okay. That's okay. No, where are you going with this, Mrs. P?
Just life moments. P got to teach little P how to shave today. It was a big moment. I tried to film it, and I got yelled at and told to get out, so... That is what it is. But big moment.
It was a big moment. It was a big moment. I got to teach my boy how to shave today. Something that I was never really taught how to do by a male figure of mine. And his balls too. Yeah, that's what I was referring to, strange show. So yeah, it was pretty cool, man. It was pretty touching moment. I had to play it off cool, even though I was jumping for joy inside like Mrs. P was, just jittery for the experience. Our boy's getting old. I had to play it cool, man. I had to play it cool, and we did a great job. I had to pretend to shave because I didn't want to shave my beard just yet. No, not ready for that yet. Might do it sometime, but not yet.
It's been a long time since you've been shaved.
Like shaved.
Yeah.
No, even when I did my mustache, all I did was take the razor to it, like a electric razor to it. Didn't shave it.
No. Please don't do that again, though.
It was for charity, Mrs.
I know
P.
it was, but I
for
literally
charity.
just hung one of those pictures on the wall today with you and your gross mustache.
It was...
I didn't like it.
It was the Caterpillar Annihilator is
I
really
didn't
what
like
it was. Okay? It was the Spanish Dragon. Okay? Mrs. P loved it.
Nope.
Miss P don't like it. Cheers, guys. What are you smoking on out there? Miss P, you smoking or no? Somebody commented, like, Mrs. P smoking 2 episodes in a row?
You have my ashtray over there.
Oh, I do.
Because we watched a movie down here the other night.
We did a halfie.
Yeah.
Well, you did a halfie.
I did a
We smoked a
halfie.
halfie. We watched the whole movie, though. We did.
We did.
We watched it.
I learned
Some stuff?
during the live stream not to smoke a whole one to myself because, then I wasn't really paying attention by the end of the live stream. But we did watch the whole movie. It was a good movie. It was interesting.
It was okay. We watched Sinners. And we're not big on spoilers here, so I'm not going to spoil the movie for anybody, but...
I feel like we didn't watch
the
it
first
as...
half.
It went deeper than what we saw, I feel like. And I need to watch it again to pick up on the things we missed.
Mm.
I'm all about watching a good movie a second time to see what you didn't see the first time. And I feel like it was one of those. So
I'm big on, not even watching movies that you want to see. I like to leave that for you. So watching a movie 2 times?
I know.
Mrs.
I'm
B?
the movie watcher. Too much. I know you didn't like it, Rob.
I know you didn't.
Pete told me you didn't like it before we watched it. And I said, I don't care. I'm going to watch it. And we did.
We did. I didn't mind it. But yeah, it's just not really my cup of tea. Not really my cup of tea. You know what else isn't my cup of tea, Mrs. P?
What?
On my ex, I shared, I retweeted a little something earlier.
On your ex.
Actually, you know what? You can actually just put it on me. I'll do the heavy lifting today, Mrs. P. For those that don't know, too, we are limping over here in the coop. Okay, the main computer, my main horse,
the brand new one,
is down. It's down. It is broken. It is down for the count to the point where I can't even. It is now telling me I need to clear everything and take it through the BIOS and yada yada yada. So I am sending away my PC to the people that built it for me, and they are going to try to put it together for me, I guess, or try to refix it. I've got 5 years warranty, 3-year parts warranty, something. I think it was 5 years labor, Mrs. P, and 3 years parts. Doesn't matter. But
5-year parts, 3-year. No, yeah, 3-year parts, 5 years labor. It was a lot. It was a lot of warranty.
Yeah.
So I'm essentially running the show on one computer, multiple screens, but one computer.
Nobody's gonna feel sorry for you though, Mrs. P.
I understand that.
How you phrase it.
I understand that.
Because everybody knows you are sitting in a cockpit of monitors and devices.
Oh, I know.
And yeah, we are still taking care of. It ain't easy out here for a limp, but we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen, Captain. THC is in the house. Good to see you too, brother. Good to see you too. We got a star-studded chat here today, flock. Okay, the flock is flying strong, ladies and gentlemen, flying strong. But what I wanted to show you was this. All right, go ahead. I'm ready when you are. So I was traveling the Twitterverse today, and I had to show this, or I have to show this for you. Oh, maybe you. Okay, no, you can't see nothing.
Okay, let me find it.
It's just it's like my latest retweet on my profile.
How do I find retweets, posts?
I was surfing the Twitterverse and I found this absolutely ridiculous, absolutely over the top, stupid post, and I had to share it with you because if I have to see this, so do you. You got it?
I think.
Don't play any sound, or maybe I don't know. I think there's probably music. I'm gonna get copywritten with this.
I'll mute it.
All right. Taking care of us. Check this out. So for the record, what does the caption say? Oh yeah, insane
gender reveal.
Gender reveal. This is a gender reveal party, ladies and gentlemen.
As you can tell by the colored balloons.
All right. Yep. Now that you're not looking at that jack dude in the front. Yes. Balloons in the back. Go ahead. Gender reveal party. Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. Yep. Okay. What are we doing?
Why?
Boom. This is officially the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Now, granted, I am surprised, or I'm not surprised, but I am glad to see that there isn't any kind of explosions. Nobody's losing any limbs or no environmental catastrophe like fires or anything. However, this isn't even about the baby. This is about that dude doing ridiculous tricks. And I'm just like crazy to think, wow, this guy's going to be a dad someday. But you know what? I was a child before I had a kid. And you know what? Everybody grows a little bit when you become a parent, maybe even when you become a dad. And it'll be an interesting change. I got a feeling that this man's life is all about him.
To say, you know what we didn't do though?
This man's world revolves all around him.
Have a party to tell everyone what we were having, because that would be ridiculous and all about us.
You know what? Well, yeah, but that's what a baby shower is and a wedding.
Oh,
and
it's
all that
for
stuff.
a baby shower, but you don't have a separate part. Like the whole gender reveal party thing is just bonkers to me. It's just another excuse to have another party, for people to bring gifts for the parents. Nothing to do with the kid.
It's exactly why you have one. You get more stuff, Mrs. P. Possibly money. Gifts.
No.
You have a party, reason to gather with friends, and you just drink.
I think that's selfish. We had our baby shower when we had our kid.
What do you think? What do you think,
And
Fluck?
I know a lot of people have their baby shower before the baby's born, but we specifically waited because I wanted people to be able to meet him and hold him. And like, to me, that was
But not for free. We wanted stuff, right?
more. I didn't expect people to bring stuff.
If they didn't bring stuff, they couldn't hold him.
That is not true.
It wasn't true.
That is
But
not
looking back,
true.
that's how we should have ran it. Like, it really should have been, you check in, check out. I'm thinking, children are very expensive.
They are.
And they say it takes a village.
They get more expensive when they're teenagers.
And when you have kids, everybody disappears. So you may as well get everybody together and get gifts for all. No, I'm just playing. I think gender reveals are crazy. Crazy. But I'm glad to see that we didn't start a natural disaster or force anything
True.
crazy. Okay? Anything crazy. Mrs. P's got a pretty based opinion. I think it's crazy. But more importantly, I think it's crazy when literally it's all about this guy. It's all about this guy. I think that's insane. I think that's
100%.
insane. Well. I just want to share that with you. What importance does it have? It doesn't.
It would almost be better if he wasn't the dad and they just hired somebody to come in and perform.
Oh, to do it just like.
Right? Like if you were like a couple that was like into bodybuilding and stuff, and you like
Like
brought
you and I.
in. Yeah, okay. I'm laughing for myself more than for you, because that would almost be like acceptable, but because he's the dad, I feel like it's just an attention-seeking thing.
Imagine if P was the greatest baby host. Yeah. You know what I mean? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing a boy. I think I can make a living. What do you think? No?
Sure.
Stick to my day job. It's fine.
I don't know. You did a really good job at that wrestling match. So
I did. That was fun. I had a lot of fun on that. That was a lot of fun.
about this T app. What T app?
There's a T app.
What T app?
A T app. What is a T app? I want to thank everybody for joining in the conversation last week in regards to the nudes. All the nudes.
You're You like ducked below the camera line when I switched it.
I'm always in and out. I appreciate the conversation that's happening, guys. If there's any conversation that you guys always want to be involved in or participate in, please don't hesitate. You can at me at Pigeons420 over on X. I am on Instagram as well, so if you don't believe I grow, you can check me out there. Most of it's AI anyways. You would never be able to tell. But I appreciate everybody that added me and either hit me up and told me that you agree or you disagree or what, or if you wanted to explain your position more. I really appreciate that, guys. I really do. You guys are absolutely awesome, man. And I really appreciate you guys for joining in the conversation. Everybody was able to handle everything like adults. Imagine that. So appreciate you. Of course, I had no doubt. We got good people here, man. We got good people here. And if there's anything, can't get a guest, awesome. Let's bring in wife. Yeah. Dude, hell yeah. Shout out to my guest, though, tonight. Mrs. P. We got Matt from Strange Show, baby, joining us at the top of the next hour, man. But yeah, so appreciate you guys, and I appreciate everybody for pulling up here today, man, and having a conversation, man. I got to admit, even though we're limping, we're only on one PC, and normally we run off two, and yada, yada, yada. I feel pretty good.
And you know what? It's running smooth. So knock on wood.
Oh my God.
Hey, I'm just
I wouldn't
saying.
have said that.
Well,
I wouldn't have said that, Dad.
okay.
This
I
plan.
take it back.
No, don't take it back. There's no take backsies. You can't do that. Nope. So yeah, hey, Saul's here, man. Saul, good to see you, brother. Saul needs to pull himself up a seat up in here too. We need to sit and have a chat with that guy. I appreciate that guy. If there's anybody you guys would like to see on Tea with P, let me know. Actually, let me know. Whether it's right now or in general, please let me know, because I'm always looking to have a great conversation with anyone. It's pretty well an open table. If there's someone that's really on the tip of your tongue, or someone that you're like, man, I'd really enjoy seeing what he's got to say, let me know. Let me know. Because,
or she.
Or she. Yep. We've had some ladies. We've had a lady one time.
Yeah.
We had that one girl.
Your Mama Kush.
Yeah, it was great. And you know, if I'm not mistaken, we had a ton of technical issues, and she ran the show.
A ton of technical issues.
Surprise,
Yes.
surprise.
She saved my ass.
Surprise, surprise. Cheers, dudes. What are you guys toking on tonight? For educational reasons? Grambo. We've had Grambo on the show.
We did.
Yep. Actually, and in fact, his episode is going to post in the next, week or so? A couple weeks? 2 weeks, probably? Give or take?
If it's not tomorrow, it'll be next Friday.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe it'll be tomorrow. How's that sound?
I can post it tomorrow.
That's okay. Okay. You know what? Grambo with the Dude Grows is going to be posting tomorrow. Okay? It's going to be posting tomorrow.
On Patreon.
On Patreon.
And then Monday on the Tea with P channel.
And then on the main Tea with, on Monday. Yeah. See what I did there? Patreon.com/pigeons420, guys. If you want to see all behind the scenes content, everything that we pull up and do, come and check it out, guys. Come check it out. Patreon's a lot of fun. I posted like 4 or 5 times today already. I'm reusing soil for my. I've did so much garden work today. So much garden work. I am reusing. And feel free to ask questions, guys. If you guys have anything on your mind or something that's pressing that I've talked about before, I've got you guys right here, man. Pull up anytime. I'm reusing my Pro Mix that I used in my 1 gallon pots in the last Sea of Green. I'm using those again for this next Sea of Green. I now have all 3 tents functional: flower tent, veg tent, prop tent, and they're all doing stuff. They're all working hard right now. Flower tent is the flower tent is actually doing 1 week in veg, because it's the clones. I'm going to veg my clones for 1 week, and then I flip them. Fabric pots, soda can. I use fabric pots. You should have my friend Parker from Homegrown Cannabis Co. P. That I've heard of Homegrown Cannabis Co. My friend. But I'm definitely open to anyone. Reach out. Hit me up on X too. Mrs. P needs to be sitting there next to you. Get a love seat. Actually, I got a love seat right there.
We do.
Actually, it's not right there. It's a couch. It's still there.
Someday.
Yeah. Have you done a Kyle Cushman since he's got his new grow set up in his front room? No, actually, as a matter of fact, I haven't had Kyle on. I should certainly reach out to him. Cheers, dudes. Let me rip this. I'm smoking on some Pheno number 2 of the FTS Swank collaboration. This is a much sweeter.
Is that the one I smelled earlier?
Yeah. It's
no, that's not what I ground up for you.
No, is that the Tom Ford?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was like,
sorry, I didn't know that you switched.
No, I did.
My bad.
It's half and half.
It is half and half. Yeah, there was a little bit left in there.
Interesting.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. You're sending me for a loop.
I wish
I would have
known that, because the other one smelled really good.
I'm on to you. This is kind of like half and half. It's okay. I'll be fine though. I'll be fine. It's not a big deal. But Pheno number 2, and Pheno number 2 is sweeter. In my opinion, it's the sweetest of the 3 that I've had, and I haven't really given them a good smoke test yet. And now, of course, I am not testing at all because now I got a mixed. But I haven't given them a really good smoke or like a smoke review, smoke test to determine what's what. But so far, 2 is the sweetest. Pheno 3 is the most citrusy, and Pheno number 1 is the most funky. Now, of course, Pheno number 1 only got, I think, 2 plants, while Phenos 2 and 3 ended up getting the most plants out of the Sea of Green. So, fuck. I like the Pheno number 1. It's got like a it's kind of got like a I described it as like a funk, but like a meat. I know Rob's described his sweet meat. This is like a meat, like a funk earth is kind of the best way I could put it. Like almost like somebody like immediately out of the top of my head. Have you guys ever seen Saving Private Ryan? And it's like you see the shots, the scenes where the cows have been shot and they're dead and they're being shot. And it's like something like, it smells like that, I think. Like you can smell like the field. It smells like that scene. Like you can smell the field and you can smell like yeah. That's what it is. Cheers, dudes. Oh. Ah. Oh. 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 That was for educational purposes?
Very educational.
That was for educational purposes? OMG. Oh, right. I'm just kind of recovering. I want to see what you guys are saying. So, I kind of want to walk you through my garden. Oh, my God. That was for educational purposes. Jisan. Or Jisan? Jisan? How many times do you smoke a day? It's not as many times as you think. Like realistically, so this is my vase, and it can probably pack maybe a quarter gram. Like I probably pack like a quarter gram into it at a time, if not a half a gram, give or take. And I rip that in one hoot. So that was probably about a quarter to a half gram that I just smoked right there in one rip. I probably only do that. I don't know.
I'm curious what your response is to this.
10 times?
I would say a dozen.
Yeah. I want to move this angle down just a little bit, Mrs. P. I feel like I'm in the most... You can just leave it and then size her up.
I don't think I can move it.
No, I mean actually like the camera.
Oh.
Just cause this is actually where I'm gonna be. No, I know. No. Down, yeah. Boom, look at that. That's money. Yeah, it's intimate, personal. But yeah, probably about a dozen times a day. But of course, you know, it's like if I smoke the most when I'm live, if I'm in front of the camera, obviously, because like that's what we do. We chill, we toke. But like usually I'll get up in the morning, depending on what I'm doing. If I don't have anything to do, which is very seldom, sometimes I'll probably toke early because I have nothing to do and I'm a man of addiction. So I'm pretty much either drinking alcohol, coffee, or smoking weed at any one given time. So I try to make, I try to like fulfill that fixation. But if I've got something to do, I can end up distracting myself. And not smoking for quite a few hours in the day. So yeah, 12 times.
Jester was asking about the volcano next to you.
Oh yeah. What's up?
He's just wondering what it was. I think a couple people have answered him, but...
Oh yeah, there's a volcano. Really, like a huge shout out to Stores in Bickle, because they actually gave this device to me through my boy Jesse Toba Grown. He hand delivered this to me, and as a matter of fact, I think it's a little dusty. he hand delivered it to me and said it was a gift on behalf of Stores and Bickle. And I absolutely love it. I think it's a great device. It's remarkably expensive. It's kind of outdated, but who doesn't want to be in a bakery that doesn't have an old school volcano? It's old school, but it's actually new school because you can do concentrates with it as well. So Cliff, hey, and shout out to Cliff for always commenting, man. I appreciate you. And so yeah, I really appreciate the volcano. My biggest pet peeve, aside from price, my biggest pet peeve of the volcano is the bag. And of course you can alleviate the bag by using the hose, but the hose becomes cumbersome as it you need somewhere to hang the hose up somewhere, or you're just putting the hose on your desk or on the floor. The bag is very loud. It's very loud. So when you are taking your rip, it's like a shopping bag in your face. And it's really loud. And I don't like that. So I don't normally use that. And then once you use it a few times, it kind of gets a little resinous and sticks together. So
You think you can wash the bag?
yeah, probably. You could buy another one, I think. I don't know. Sorry, I'm not scratching my ass, default. I'm playing with my microphone. Just want to make sure we were very clear about that this time, okay? Just want to make sure we were very clear. Guys, in a little more than 20 minutes, we sit down with the legend, the Mr. Great himself, Matt from Strange Show. Can't wait to do that. You guys are absolutely going to love it, and I'm stoked. The bag sound is annoying as hell. Conversation killer. That's exactly it, dude. Mm-hmm. That's exactly it. Particularly if you're live, or particularly if you're, just chilling with friends. It's like, sorry, what? Oh God. Yeah. It's just too much, man. It's just too much. So that's kind of where I'm at.
It's very nostalgic for me because it reminds me very much of when we used to make our own. You take a pop bottle and a grocery bag.
In a way,
I don't want to say it because I don't know if that'll get you in trouble.
It's for educational purposes.
And you make a lung.
You could. Okay, I didn't think you were going to say that, Mrs. P. Oh my God, you're gonna get us canceled.
See, I don't know what I can and can't say.
You can't say anything.
I know.
That's the thing. That's the joys of
I'm talking about an organ, like in the body, though.
Clever. Right? Or it's AI, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's what it reminds me of.
Ricky, good afternoon, my friend. Good afternoon, my friend. Great to see you. How do you really feel? So yeah, I don't dig the bag thing. Don't even like it when someone doesn't clear their rip. That stale ass smoke makes me cough my ass off. Yeah, Robert. Stale hoots are the worst. Who's ever had a stale hoot? This is where everybody puts up their hand. Yeah. I feel you. Shout out to everybody who's pulled up tonight, man. This has been great. You guys are awesome. Volva.
What?
Is that a Volva?
Uh-huh.
It's a car. It's a German car.
Isn't that Volvo?
Probably.
Volva is a very different thing.
It's all the same.
Nope. No, it's not. Nope, really not.
You're a girl. Come on. What do you know?
I know exactly what that is.
It's a well-made German automobile.
Nope, that's a Volvo.
I drive a Volva.
I love that you wait till I took a sip of my drink before you said that.
Coke all over the keyboard.
Well, if one computer was broke before, now the other one's covered in Coke.
Damn. Yeah. Yep. The real DGC, guys. Don't forget, this is the Volvo. Don't forget, Stu Gro's channel was deleted earlier today, or last night at some point, and yes, they're asking that everybody goes and checks out realdgc.com so that they can stay up to date with all the latest information. Okay, friends?
Here, I'll switch it over again.
No, that's good. No, that's good. Because, yeah, I I don't know what it is in particular that got them removed and or deleted. And I don't want to be doing the thing that got them removed and or deleted. And I got a feeling it probably has to do with the website or something. So I just want everybody, because we're all DGC to the heart, you know, to the core. And I want everybody to stay in touch and keep up with the latest. Okay? So make sure you do that. All right, friends? All right? Huge shout out to Strange Show. He's going to be joining us in just a few minutes, about 20 minutes or so. Can't wait. This is your show tonight, friends. This is your show for tonight, friends. If you've asked me a question, we know why we were deleted. I have assuming, like I said, it was website related and or, you know, product related. YouTube is very particular about links, about products, about, well, you know what, they're what Drew is sharing, actually, as a matter of fact, posted a video on YouTube. I believe it was yesterday morning, and it kind of went over YouTube's double standards and the fact that they don't follow their own rules. They don't enforce things consistently, and so it's very difficult to understand what the rules are, what you can and can't do. And so it's just it's a game of chance. It really is. And that's scary, man. That's really scary, because in a lot of cases this is their livelihood. So PD Riot also mentions rest in peace to Ozzy, man, and the Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
The Hulk Hogan passed away. And Mrs. P, who's the fellow that passed away earlier this week?
Oh, I don't know his real name, but Theo Huxtable from the Cosby Show drowned. I think he was like in his early 50s.
Yeah.
So
It's crazy.
I always say they happen in threes.
Well, we lost the DGC, so that's 4. Monica.
Joke of the night.
You're a lady. What do you know? Mrs. P? I know exactly what Volva is. Oh, Monica. You girls.
And that's not even the part that they can never find, Monica. So I don't know what the problem is.
You can find them at most used car dealerships, dear.
Yeah.
Yeah. These things get battered and abused, dear. Okay? Okay?
Stop doing that when I take a sip of my drink.
Okay? They just get thrown away, neglected. They should probably be serviced from time to time, but no one cares. And they just end up just drying up, getting rusty.
Yeah.
So anyways.
You want to talk about things we'll get removed for.
No, this is fine.
Who is they?
I just can't talk. I just can't talk about cannabis. May I have another drink, Mrs. P?
You may.
I thought I was going to drip on myself.
I'm not bringing it to you.
No, I'll get up.
Okay.
Wow, P can't find it? You threw me under the bus. I told her exactly where to go find it. I've got no problem.
I said they as in generalized.
Yeah. Not a real man. Get my tail. Yeah, not a real man. Thank you, Robert.
My son thinks Mrs. P is AI.
That's so does half my
awesome.
audience. That's funny.
Definitely not.
Yo, what's up, Ryan? What up? What up? Good to see everybody, man. 2A Law. Good to see you too, friend. Good to see you guys. Thank you for pulling up on a wonderful tea with P on Thursdays. What was there anything happening in the news that you guys saw that was going on? That anything that sparked your fancy? Let me tell you, I'll be straight up goods. Over the course of like the last 5 days, it has just been pure pandemonium over here. As my computer has been shitting the bed, it's just been like, it's been insane. It's been insane. And so, yeah, I've been like Just kind of all over the place. Last night's stream was horrible too.
We got everything ready and put together and audio good with like 5 minutes to spare tonight, I think.
Yeah, we'll see if it all works out.
I guess that's
We're
true.
not even there yet.
That's true. We're not even there yet. But there were a lot of hurdles that we had to jump to consolidate back to one computer. So
yeah, it's different.
Here's
it's
hoping.
Different. But it's it's different.
You guys gave me a heart attack at the beginning when you said you had no sound too, because everything looked like you had sound. And a couple of people were like, "Nope."
Yeah, I heard that too. It got me a little bit of confusion. But everything's gonna be okay. Speaking oh, that's great, Sam. Good for you. You wish. Good to see you, brother. Tea with Mrs. AIP. Oh, that's good. I like that. We could put that down in a nice little rift. And Ozzy Osbourne passed away too, man. I couldn't help but think too. It's been like it's a passing of a time.
Yeah.
Passing of, and maybe not a generation, but like this is notable. I know people pass away all the time, and it should always be notable, but it's like, man, it's like as time continues plowing forward in fear of no one, you see these kind of things happen, and it's just like, wow, the world is changing. Look at music as a whole too. Even I know there's always been music, but like even electric music hasn't been around for that long, like the electric guitar. And it's just like to think about the evolution of it all. How many would argue that the evolution of music has gone downhill? I'm going to argue it's because you're old. Because I say the same thing. Mrs. P and I are like, what is going on? No, what is going on here? But I don't know. Do you think maybe music as a whole is getting good? Or staying consistent or good, but I feel like it's the same thing with with movies. There's nothing original anymore. Everything is a remake of something else. Where if you throw on the radio, it's funny because my mother-in-law used to listen to 70s on 7. I would get in the car, I'd be listening to 70s on 7, and I'd be like, I know this song. Let's go. Knowing I had no idea that was actually the original song from the 70s. It's like, but it was a song that was popular now. It's the same thing with like movies. It's like we've kind of categorized everything into genres to the point where it's like, how many more genres can there be? How many more different varieties can there be? Can there still be a romance comedy that pushes the barriers so far that it becomes something new? I don't know. Maybe I'm just becoming old and cynical.
I don't know. I really enjoyed having a throwback weekend last weekend. I don't even know if you posted about what we went or what we did.
I haven't posted at all, actually. No.
I didn't either.
No, I didn't post anything.
We went to a music festival.
We did.
It was a throwback, like 2000s
music
festival?
Yeah,
called,
like early 2000s.
Called Tacos and Tequila.
Tacos and Tequila.
And it was pretty epic.
It was epic.
It was a little bit of a throwback to our early bar days.
Yeah. So who were the headline? We had Genuine. I have to start with there.
Yep.
We had Bubba Sparks.
Yep.
We had Busta Rhymes.
Yep.
Exhibit.
Mm-hmm.
Trina.
Yep. Timbaland. Who else? Oh, that might have been.
And then it was all hosted by
Baby Bash was supposed to be there, but he got held up at airport security, so he never made it.
And let me tell you, it was so much fun. And we went with the greatest people.
Well, and even like wonderful. The DJs, so like each artist would play their set, and then there'd be like 20 minutes between sets, and the DJ would go hard into like the early 2000s club music, and it was so good. You'd have enough time to go get another margarita, grab a taco, hit the bathrooms, and get back to to the crowd.
Yeah.
So
It was so much fun. Like and then there was also a Chihuahua pageant.
oh my god, the Chihuahua beauty contest. Oh,
Mrs. P and I used to have a baby Chihuahua, or like a teacup. No,
she was a mini.
mini Chihuahua. And oh my god, how did Trina sound?
Honestly, I don't know any of her music, but she was good.
She was great.
She did
She
fantastic.
was one of the better ones. So the best ones, I think, Bubba Sparks killed it.
Oh, Young Jock was there too. He was great.
Young Jock killed it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Young Jock was there. That was really cool. I tried to meet him in the club. He told me it was going to go down, but I didn't see him. The worst performance was Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes was up for an hour and a half. He's the one that headlined the show.
Yeah.
Is that what you say? Headline?
Yeah, he was the headliner.
And he, out of an hour and a half, he probably talked for
45 minutes.
easily. I was going to say an hour. But
It probably was close.
45 minutes he talked and talked and talked, and to the point where it's like I just zoned him out. I was just like, whatever.
So many people left during his set, and it was kind of sad.
Yeah.
Because he would he'd play like 20 seconds of a song, and then he would just talk. And it's like, as much as we all love Busta, I did not come here to listen to you preach about how we need to be better people. We know we need to be better people.
It was really weird. It was
weird.
really weird. And here he, like I said, I started to zone him out at a certain point.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was starting to talk about how everybody needed to be better and stuff. I'm like, this guy's he's got a $250,000 chain around his neck, and he's trying to tell me we need to be better. I'm like, I didn't want to hear it. I just really didn't want to hear it because it was just I came for music, dude. I came for music. But anyways,
I think Timbaland had a hard time too.
He just showed his age.
There were a couple of them that were really showing their age. And I feel like the hard part with Timbaland, and I said it before we even got in the car to head to the festival, was that a lot of his big hits weren't hits. They were like, he produced it and he featured on it, but it was someone else's song. And that's essentially what his whole set was he did these songs where they played, Beyonce's part, or they played Jay-Z's part, or they played Justin Timberlake's part, and he just kind of bounced around the stage a little bit and added in his two
He didn't
vocals.
really bounce. It was
Wasn't.
really just this. It was like
Yeah. And he'd add in two words here and there, and it was, but the atmosphere was still good. There were still a lot of people at that point.
I let me be very clear. I am not judging.
No.
I like the fact that they can still go out there and do the music, but the thing is like I've seen Redman and Method Man out there, and those boys, if you want to say that ever they're getting old, these boys, let me tell you, these boys been doing a minute. I'm pretty sure they're like 56, 57, almost 60. And these boys put on a show, man. These guys are all about it.
That was probably one of the best shows I've been to, actually, was Method Man and Redman.
Unreal. So shout out to it was a good show. I don't want to shit on them for being old.
No.
That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm shitting on Busta Rhymes for talking too damn much.
And on it, like, honestly, yeah, they're old, but like I told you by the end, like I felt
Old. By the end.
I was gates opened at 3:00. We left at 11. Busta wasn't even done yet, and we left a little bit early and walked back to the hotel. And I mean, I was in pain. My body was so sore.
We danced.
You walk around the stadium for that many hours.
Yeah, you have laps and laps and laps.
Right?
We got there at 2, after
3.
2.
Just after 3.
Just after 3. And really, it was just after 3. Okay. Because
gates
that's when it
opened at
started.
3.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Gates opened at 3. We got there just shortly after.
Chino.
Because we could hear it from the hotel.
Redman's
when it started.
55. Yep. Yeah. That's my guy, dude. That's Reggie. That's my guy, dude.
But no, we got back to the hotel. I took some muscle relaxants and I crashed.
Oh my, and Busta Rhymes running around like us friggin' noblemen or common folk have never seen AI before.
Oh, the AI was bad.
He's like, I want to thank my girl Beyonce for or who was it?
Mariah Carey and Janet Jackson.
I want to thank my girl. Who can ever get them girls to do a little something? I said, I'm going to Winnipeg, Manitoba, and I need you to do a little something for me. It was the most AI generated shit I've ever seen in my life, dude. It was like, and not to confirm it, he had at the end of his set, he had an AI video of like this morphing.
It was like a dragon, I think.
I was like, the rich folk have showed us the AI, Mr. Rhymes.
And honestly, I don't need all that.
I just want you to sing, dude.
The shows before him didn't have all the fancy effects and whatnot. And he even made a comment during his set about, we are the effects. The artists are the special effects. And it's like, then why?
Then why all the extra?
Right? And he was griping on people. He was griping on artists that come out and don't sing their songs and don't perform their own stuff. And to be honest, I feel like he was kind of hating on a couple of acts that were there that night. And
I felt like he was literally talking about himself.
And yeah, then
he wasn't lip syncing. Don't get me wrong. And nobody, there was a whatever. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
It was.
Busta just kind of just made it weird. And it counted. Someone saying, I missed it. Thomas. Someone saying Counting Crows would do a set and then talk for 10 minutes. So boring. Yeah, I don't like that.
And don't get me wrong, I don't enjoy when they go up and just play music and then leave. It is appreciated when they talk to the audience, when they are intimate with the audience, and all the other acts did that too. But they did it in a way where I think all the other previous acts had maybe like 40-minute sets, maybe half an hour. Like they weren't up there for that long.
They weren't.
So you got to do your 5 big hits, or in Genuine's case, I think he only had like 2. But,
okay. But I said this on my stream. Out of every set, out of every act, when Pony came on,
oh my God, that place
stadium lit up more than any other song, any other artist that came on. As soon as Pony hit,
that's fair,
dude.
Yeah.
And shout out to Genuine. The whole time he's like, "Do you guys know who I am? Do you guys know who I am?" I'm like, dude, of course we do.
And most of his songs were more like R&B. They were a lot slower pace. And so when Pony came on, and he performed his ass off.
He was so good.
He was up there. He was dancing. He was sweating.
It felt good to be a kid again, Mrs. P.
It did.
Because you said it took us right back to 2005, 2006, 2000. It was just like 8, 9, 10. It was just like
with drink prices and 2025.
Oh my God. 2 drinks were $30.
$16 for a margarita.
But if you got 2, you save $2.
So that just made us drink the same amount, because I would go up and I'd order 2.
Oh my God, man. So yeah, absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. But it was a wonderful time. It was a wonderful time. And yeah.
I saw some things.
We saw a lot of nudity.
I saw some things.
We saw a lot of nudity that night. Oh my God.
You get a few.
We definitely can point out the city folk.
Yeah.
To the country folk.
That girl that I had the conversation about the sandals with, I specifically wore sneakers because you're going to a festival, and not only do I not want to get my toes to get stepped on, but you're dealing with porta potties, so it just makes sense.
And vomit.
And well, this poor lady comes out of the porta potty and she stepped in poop. And she's like telling me about it. And I'm like, that's why I didn't wear sandals. And I look down and her and her friend are both in sandals. I'm like, you're from the city.
City slickers.
I'm used to partying in a field with cows and a bonfire.
Yep.
And using the bushes as the bathroom. So it's like, I've played this game.
Yeah. Oh, it was funny.
It was good.
Yeah,
it was good.
It was a great time. Yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world. So if you guys have an opportunity to, I don't know if you like.
It is a festival all across America.
Yeah, Tequila.
Tacos and Tequila.
Thank you. Got excited for a second there.
They were in Boise, Idaho. They were in a bunch of places. And I think they only came up to Canada for a couple of shows.
So good, though. So Tacos and Tequila, if you have the opportunity to go, they travel. Just look them up.
Yeah.
I thought it was wicked.
And they'll have another show next year. They're already advertising for it. So
and it was 420 friendly.
Very.
They didn't appreciate smoking in the crowd when you're at the music itself. They had a smoking area aside, which was like next to the stage kind of thing. I should be a little more. It wasn't next to the stage, but it was you got a decent view. But they didn't give a shit what you were smoking. So yeah, shout out to them. I really appreciated that. And you know what? I am the asshole that will smoke in a crowd at a concert. I am that guy. And
you did multiple times.
I do it all the time, actually. And I've been almost kicked out of almost every concert I've gone to.
At least this one was outdoors.
Yeah.
Indoors is a little harder to get away with.
Yeah. But we did that anyway.
Yeah.
Especially when they're like, oh, all right, who's got the weed out here? I'm like, yeah, I got the weed. Mrs. P, you turn around, it's in the back of your little purse. Let me see. Thank you. Got it. Let me. So yeah, it's always a good time. But yeah, check it out. We're gonna be meeting up here with Matt from Strange Show here right away, my friends. Absolutely right away. I don't want to leave you guys waiting for that for too much longer. But one thing I wanted to say is, if you guys do have the opportunity to do a music or like a concert or something, I 100% encourage you to do it, man. It's just
absolutely.
I'm one of those people that I don't really like going out into big crowds and stuff, but being out, when you get next to the people around you and you build a bond next to those those people that are like kind of right next to you, and it's a great social experience. And if you've never done one, I strongly encourage you to do one. Sarah McLaughlin's coming to Winnipeg. And, I've really thought about it, man. I really thought about it. I really did. Because that would be a banger. And tickets are like $60.
Honestly, looking at the price of tickets for some of these shows,
this
was reasonable. So I didn't get tickets early enough. They had different stages of sales. But I think at the very beginning, tickets started at like $96. I think we ended up paying like $114 for ours. You could get VIP, which came with, 3 margaritas and a thing of tacos, and you could get a suite. And there were those like over the top group bookings that you could pay for. But ours was fine. And like we did the math, and it wasn't really worth it to get the VIP package. So yeah, I just like I can't spend $800 to $1,000 to go see somebody.
No, absolutely not. If it's gonna be a once in a lifetime thing, I can kind of like see if you wanted to like splurge or something. But prices have just gone absolutely mad.
Nuts.
Absolutely mad. EDM music festivals are where it's at. I can't do those anymore.
I would love to do one.
Those days are behind me. The boys have tried to get me to do an EDM concert. But I just don't think I could do one, because it's like the first thing you do when you get into an EDM festival or concert is you look for the pills. You look for all the party favors. And so it's like trying to do I could try. They would be like the ultimate test of fate for me. I just don't even, it just wouldn't be the same. It's not even, actually, let me just straight. I wouldn't have a problem doing it not on drugs, but on drugs is so much more fun. So, or is it? I guess I'll never know. I just don't want to ruin the experience that I've always had.
Fair.
Grab it. Welcome in, man. Welcome in. So, open air concerts. Yeah, never do pills though. No, never do. No, don't do. No, those days are long gone behind me.
No.
Long gone behind me.
Because things are scary now.
Yeah, I used to do drugs before they'd kill you.
I saw some things, Robert. When women get too many margaritas in them, they don't close the porta potty door. Okay, I saw things.
Dude, this lady was like literally. I saw her vagina.
She pushed my friend out of the way.
I saw her Volvo. I did.
So did I.
She had her pants down, and she wasn't even in the outhouse. She was battling my friend for the outhouse, And she's just like, in order to
I was ready to grab her by the hair and drag her out, but my friend was like, no, it's fine.
She literally pulls her pants down, like in the outhouse, standing there next to my friend, like, I'm supposed to be here. She's like, nope. And then like the doors, she's not even in it. Like she's like in the door frame, pants down, committed. Like, I'll give it to her. I'll give it to her.
She didn't lock the door, and some poor guy went to open the door. We were like, no, don't do it.
Yeah. That Volvo though, yeah, you got to watch out for that. You got to watch out. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think without further ado, I think we have a great conversation ahead of us with Mr. Matt from Strange Show. We're gonna hit him with a little blend first. But before we do, guys, let's have a quick rip. Okay, let's have a quick rip, and get ourselves ready, because a huge shout out to Matt from Strange Show for joining us for tonight's episode, man. Mrs. P, you feeling good? Everything ready on your end?
Everything looks fine. Here's hoping.
All right, my friends.
And
cheers.
if there's no audio, I might have a mental breakdown.
We will probably have a couple mental breakdowns, but it's gonna be fine. It'll be solved in no time.
Is the sound okay? I don't know, Reggie. I don't know. I hope so.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt from Strange Show.
In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you fear.
Hi, I'm Pigeons 420. Will you be an angel for an abused plant? Every day, innocent plants are abused, beaten, and neglected, and they're calling for your help. Please visit stashblend.com today and join the nation in helping abused plants get an 8-ounce bag of Stash Blend. That's just $27.70 or 96 cents per day. You'll be helping rescue plants from their abusers and provide nutrition, beneficial bacteria, mycorrhizae, and love. You'll help rescue plants from their abusers. Call or join now, and you'll receive a welcome kit of a photo of a dude impacted by your decision. Order now and change a life.
Come on and lift your glass. You won your own free pass to be our guest. If you're stressed, it's fine dining we suggest. Be our guest, be our guest, be our guest.
Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, man. Welcome.
Here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. It's an absolute pleasure, dude. I wanted to have this conversation for a multitude of reasons. First of all, I just wanted to sit and chill and chat and call it work. And second of all, the last conversation we had together, Mrs. P wasn't feeling very well, and I had to run the show all by myself. And I put you on the TV to make it easier for myself, and I ended up messing up the picture quality. And dude, it was just one of those episodes where it's like, oh my god, what have I done?
I don't think the picture quality was of really anyone's concern, because I couldn't make my microphone work for like a whole entire solid hour of your live stream. So I apologize for that. Thanks for giving me a do-over.
Dude, that was hilarious, brother. That was hilarious because, yeah, I was nervous because I was like, we literally worked on this before the show. Like, didn't we? We had set audio. Yeah, I swear we had done that. And then whatever. Life happens, and it is what it is, brother. And
It does.
you are here now. And man, you've been doing some crazy things since the last time I seen you, brother. You traveled Europe. You've moved. You got a new crib. MJ Berlin, brother. You've been a busy man between yourself and Nick, and man, I can't wait to dive into it, brother. So thank you for being here. Absolute pleasure. And kind of real quick, brother, just if anyone didn't catch the first episode, I don't think everyone caught it. What have you been up to lately, man?
Oh man, like you said, we just got back from Mary Jane Berlin. It's been a couple of weeks now. I feel like I've just got back because I've been doing so much stuff since I've got back. You mentioned that I just moved into a new crib, so we're still setting up the new streaming studio that I'm sitting in right now. I am editing huge videos right now. That's what I've been doing most of my time since I've been back from Berlin, because when we were in Berlin, not only was I attending Mary Jane, I was also filming a documentary, like a full-length, real-deal, sit-down interviews, multi-camera documentary, not a vlog, this is what my trip to Mary Jane was like. Like, I started filming in Boston with Don from Can. We filmed there for like 3 days. I was really telling the story of Don and like his journey and his life, and it really had nothing to do with me. I was pretty much just the facilitator of the story. So this is something really new for me. So that's exciting, but it's also a little scary. And since I didn't really know what I was doing, I filmed everything all day for like 11 or 12 days. So pretty much like 20 hours of footage a day on multiple cameras. And now that I'm home, I'm looking at folders and folders and folders of footage. Like, oh my God, where do I fucking begin? So editing is my life now for a little while.
Well, good for you. As you said that, my own anxiety increased because I could only imagine the gigabytes amongst gigabytes of footage that you have. Because I know that you take this very seriously. You're great at what you do, and you want to do it well, man. And so I know that you would have definitely gone over the top, and I mean that in the best way possible. So good for you. And I can't imagine how daunting that is to stare at all that footage and then have to. So kind of walk me through. How did you organize it? Like when you get it on a card, are you doing it via like country? Are you doing it via like story kind of chronological?
I would break it down. So every day after we would film, you're already thinking the way I'm thinking though. I would dump the footage every night before I went to sleep. And before I even went on the trip, while I'm still at home, I made a bunch of folders. So I made a folder for Boston. And then inside the folder for Boston, I made a folder for drone footage, a folder for beach shots, a folder for interviews, a folder for B-roll. And then I did the same thing. And since we were only in Boston for like 2 days, that was just one folder. And then I did the same thing for Berlin, but I did that by day. So I would have like Thursday, Berlin. And then I would have that folder broke down by the camera it was shot on and like what type of thing it was doing. And now that I'm back, the way I'm starting the edit is I'm taking all of the interviews, because I'm not really going to be on camera in this video. Think about when you watch like a documentary on Netflix. Usually the people who are actually involved in the story tell the story through interview questions without the help of a voiceover or a host per se. So now I need to take all of these questions that I ask on the interviews and I'm transcribing them down, just text. So it'll be like 15 pages of a text document, and that'll be one interview, because I interviewed people sometimes for multiple hours. And so now, like, out of all of those thousands and thousands of words they said, I got to go find the 7 sentences I need to tell this part of the story. And so I'm first now doing a paper edit is what they call it. So now I'm transcribing all of the footage that are interviews to text documents and starting from there. And like you said, you do want to do it right, because it's, it's my baby. I love this. This is the first. I love making videos. I love my YouTube channel. I love my community. But also, this is a project that I've been wanting to do forever and ever. Not necessarily this particular story, but just like make a documentary like this, make a movie. Both of those things are things I've always wanted to do. And this isn't just a movie on my channel. This isn't just the story I decided to tell. This is someone bringing me into their home and bringing me into their life and allowing me to sit down with their children and tell their life story, you know? So you also feel like this weight to make sure you get it right, because it's a lot to be trusted with that. And I feel a big responsibility to tell this story in the right way, you know?
Good for you, dude. I'm so proud of you, man. That's an incredible undertaking. And you're right, personal, intimate. I think that's, you know, it's more than that. It's having somebody let you into their home with their family and to tell their story. I feel like that is as personal as when you hire like a photographer or a videographer for like your wedding, dude.
It would be like hiring a videographer for your wedding night sex tape.
Yeah, dude. It's
like
gotta be perfect.
You're in the most personal moments of someone's life. Like, I'm bringing up, I know the question that I'm about to ask you is a really hard thing for you to talk about. It might bring you to tears. It's a terrible memory, but it's part of the story. And the whole story doesn't make sense without all of the little parts, and even the parts that suck and they bring up bad feelings and they make you cry. And so I got to ask those hard questions. And it was really awkward for these people, I'm sure. I mean, it was awkward for me to have someone sit down in a chair. I put these lights all around them, a big microphone, 2 cameras, and then I looked them in the eyes and said, hey, it's no big deal. We're just going to have a conversation. It's real chill. Just relax.
Right.
And I know it's not real chill. I know that I'm lying. This doesn't feel chill to even me, and I'm behind the camera and I feel nervous. So to have all these people that allowed me to like put all these lights and cameras in their face and tell, you know, ask them these really intimate, personal questions. First off, it was really, really rewarding. The shots I got, I really am proud of them. I cannot wait for you to see this fucking documentary.
Oh.
But also, it was just rewarding in the way that, like, I can't believe people are trusting me with this. Like, how have I gained these people's trust that, like, because I know Don, but I met Don at the same time I met you for the first time in Vegas. So I don't really know his family. And they just had me in their home like, yeah, come on, set up your cameras, move our furniture, whatever you need to do, buddy.
I think a lot of that has to do with your character and persona. You're a very gentle, very welcoming person. And I know that's personally why I'm attracted to you, because in terms of friendship and relationship, is because you make me feel comfortable. You invited me into your home in the same way, dude. And I only met you the day that you met me in the same way you met Don. And you let me into your home, and I got to sit, and we had a great conversation. It's such a great conversation. In fact, we never even got a photo of that moment, dude. Not even one photo, because we were just,
that's crazy. Dude. You drove from Canada to Denver. We hung out for multiple hours in my house, right in front. We were sitting right in front of we were on the set for the live stream with the cameras off. We smoked and had a great conversation for multiple hours and didn't take one photo. And that is more special to me than recording every moment that we had together, because it's like, that, you know, that was a good time, because we never thought about, hey, let's stop and capture this for social media. We were just enjoying each other's company.
That's just it. So it's like I am not surprised that other people feel that way about your persona, because if anybody ever wondered, you know, is Matt from Strange Show, or is Matt from Strange Show the same guy off camera that he is on camera? And the answer is yes, dude. We have spent hours and hours at this point with each other. You know, it's like we've only seen each other 3-4 times, but those times have been for a very long amount of hours. You know, we sat and hung out, and we've toked and joked and ate potato chips out of pots off the floor. And dude, it was wonderful times. So it's like, you know, we've gotten to know each other, man. And so I'm not surprised. Because you are the same guy off camera that you are on camera. If anything, you know, even more welcoming and warm. So, dude, not surprised at all. Not surprised at all. And let me tell you, following you on social media through your journey across Europe, through Boston and across Europe, was amazing, dude. I really felt like I was there, man. Like you were telling a story the whole time. And I'm so thankful you were live too, because that's huge. To be able to take on that experience with you in the moment from the airport or from Austria.
Yeah, that was good.
Dude,
I did a stream from Austria on the lakeside
beauty.
because it was Monday and I figured, what am I just going to miss my regular Monday stream with my homies just because I'm in Austria? And then I also thought, plus I'll be in a different time zone. I'll be in the homies who live in Germany and Austria. I'll be in their time zone. So I'll get to stream for like the homies that I just met this week in Berlin. And then we saw we were going to have a 6-hour layover in the airport. I was like, Nick, we have all of the camera gear with us. We have all of the streaming stuff. Let's do a stream in the airport. It'll kill the time. And he's like, man, yeah, that would be funny. That would be cool. And he thought I was absolutely joking. And I was like, no, I'm like dead ass serious. I pulled out a 25-foot extension cord and ran it over to this little alley, this little nook in the hallway right by TSA. And I just set up all my streaming gear right there on the ground.
Good. Yeah, you have to make the most of it, brother. You have to make the most of it because, like, I have also, it seems like it happens every time I travel. I'm stuck in an airport for hours on end. And yes, it certainly kills the time when you can sit, chat, just talk with your friends in a circle. It's like,
absolutely.
It's a no-brainer to me, really.
The live streaming on YouTube for me has grown into something that I really, really love and appreciate. When I first started streaming weekly, it was like sometimes you get off work on Monday and you're like almost resentful towards yourself that you've set up this extra schedule for yourself that you have to rush home for and get a shower real fast and make sure all the cameras are good. And now I really, really value this so much because it's something that people who watch my channel enjoy, but it's also something that I really, really enjoy. And it is like a moment for me to unwind, relax, reconnect, like reground myself, see all the homies. And these are the homies that keep me going through the hard times when I'm up at 5 a.m. and doing an edit. These are the homies that keep me up till 7 a.m. in the best way, you know, because I want to make that new video for these people who I know are waiting to watch it, you know? And so every time I come and do a live stream with the community, I feel like reinvigorated almost on a weekly basis.
Good. And it's that energy that people build off of and feed off of, dude, because it's like your energy is contagious. And it's like people need a dose of it, man. And one thing I can totally relate to, man, is the idea of going live, like just that schedule. We don't have real jobs, we're very blessed to be in this position where we can have this opportunity, and that's one thing to fully understand is that
absolutely
we have like there's almost zero to complain about, right? And so, but the reality is too is like it is so rewarding. It's like often, it's like there's a lot of work that goes into, and I use the word work loosely because it's not, but it's like there's a lot of effort that can go into bringing a good quality show or appearance to the internet. And
absolutely,
it can take a level of awareness, a level of stress, and so on and so forth. But the moment you hit that on live and you see that chat filling up and you see the same people there every single night cheering you on, and they've seen you at your best, they've seen you at your worst, and yet here they are, dude. It's like I get chills just thinking about it, dude. These are the people that love you, and it's like this is the epitome of your community. And man, once I see just the love and the emotes and everything, it's just like, oh my god, it's just, I feel like I'm on top of the world, dude. Like I'm on a pedestal. I don't deserve to be here, but this is how I feel, man. So I totally relate, dude. I totally relate. And in fact, I've seen you on Twitch, dude. Are you kind of going live on Twitch now, a little bit here and there?
I've been dual streaming to Twitch, yes, sir. And I'm about to start going live on Twitch every week. Because I like the streams so much, like I was saying. And Twitch, like you were saying a minute ago before we went live, very friendly on the 420 content, which is fun. But also it's a fun place to hang out and game specifically, because I know I used to do live stream gaming on my YouTube channel, and a lot of people just aren't on YouTube for that. People who want to watch gaming streams are typically on Twitch. And there's a lot of crossover But there was a lot of people on my YouTube channel that didn't really like the gaming. There's a lot of people that ask me to do the gaming on Twitch. So if you want to team up for some co-op gaming, I'm thinking of doing, what days do you game on Twitch? Do you have a regular day?
Every day of the week, brother. I'm live tonight on Thursday.
Okay.
And like on Twitch or on YouTube. But aside from that, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, I do Sunday morning wake and bakes. But then I'm gaming, dude, every other night, dude. It's like from like as you mentioned, I've been on Twitch since 2017, 2018. Twitch is 420 friendly, man. As long as you don't violate the rules of your local laws, and you're
golden because I live in Colorado and you're in Canada.
Legal, baby. And then you're not violating their terms of service, which are very explicit, easy to look up, say nothing about cannabis. The reality is that you're not in violation of the rules. And it's like, people kind of forget that sometimes, that Twitch is like okay to be here, man. And so I would be gaming every night, whether I was live or not, because the reason I started on Twitch is because like I'm a gamer, dude. I love gaming, hardcore gamer, and so every night at 9 p.m. I know. Oh God, I'm like in it, dude.
See, I'm gaming. I started gaming just because people in my live chat and in my community were like, "You have to play Wii Chop 3. You have to play that." I was like, "Okay, that sounds fun as fuck. Let's play some Wii Chop." And now that I'm like looking at other games to play, they're all community recommended. Everybody saw you playing Schedule 1 and they're like, Matt, you got to play Schedule 1. Pigeons is playing it all the time. You have to finish Weed Shop and you have to play Schedule 1. And so now I'm trying to get into gaming just to have another excuse to hang out and do live streams. But also the reason that this really came to fruition is because of YouTube. You said we don't really have much to complain about, and you're absolutely right. As a YouTuber, as like with a successful channel, I feel the most lucky I could ever be. And to have the opportunity to pour my heart and soul into something that I really love creatively and share that with the world is something that I, never could have expected. I'm very lucky. But if there was one tiny, tiny little beef, it would just be that these rules with YouTube are quite inconsistent. So you never know what's going to get age restricted, what's going to get removed, what's going to get a strike on your channel. And my live streams, since I stream every week for 3.5 hours roughly, that's like 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14 hours a month of content on YouTube where I might violate terms of service accidentally, just a little bit for 1 or 2 seconds. And anytime in those streams that happens, that's a potential strike on your channel. And I have recently got a strike for a live stream. I got a community guidelines warning for a live stream, which has been freaking me out. And the thing is that doesn't usually happen until the stream has been up for like 2 or 3 days. So if I dual stream the Twitch, I can stream on YouTube still, like I always do. It will go to Twitch at the same time. And then right after I go live, I can remove this live stream from the YouTube channel and just let it live on the Twitch, because now I'm scared to let them live on YouTube.
Yeah. The reality is that I know for a fact that some channels can scoot past the guidelines a little bit better than others, but at the end of the day, it is an AI, my personal opinion, it is an AI generated system that will find your channel. You will get like a lot of great channels have had this happen. And it's wonderful to be able to get by until the hammer crashes. And when the hammer crashes, it's like, okay, there's a real threat here of extinction from YouTube.
Yeah.
And so it sucks to hear that you went through that, and I'm sorry to hear that you went through a warning, because it is the most worst feeling in the world. As somebody who's gotten through 3 strikes, I've been deleted, and I've gone through strikes, and it is the worst feeling. And I don't know about you, But these strikes and things, they don't happen until 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So when you wake up in the morning at 7 a.m. and all of a sudden you see that Google notification from YouTube, it's like, it's like, what now? What?
It feels like somebody is gonna like your whole life's work could just vanish overnight because of nothing. Like you didn't even change anything. There's nothing you can think of that you did wrong. Sometimes it'll be like right now I have 1 strike on my channel currently, and it's for a video that was up for years. It was on a video that was up for years and it was fine. I had a video recently that was sitting with like 2.3 million views, and they removed that video and all of the watch time and all of the views that went with it. And that was massive. If you look at the analytics for my channel, there is a huge drop, like a huge negative spike. Like it doesn't even make sense. And it's because they just took that down and gave me a strike. Since you've got on, let me reword this. What am I trying to say? Since you've been approved for the partner program again, has YouTube seemed to been like, fuck, I can't speak?
It has not gotten easier.
For the partner program, has YouTube been easier on you? Like, have they been giving you less strikes, less age restrictions?
No, this show is what got me my last warning, because I showed bud shots of my harvest that I had, and I was hit with a regulated goods thing. But I want to be very clear, though. Now that I'm back in the program, I am 100%, 95% following their guidelines, because like I still consume on the channel. I do when you take a rip, I try to like change the camera angle to make it less obvious kind of thing. If I'm having rip, I try not to have it as the main shot kind of thing, just to kind of, because as someone who is back in the like, I don't want to fuck this up, dude. Like YouTube has made it very clear that I am just a small fish in this pond. And if I mess this up, they have no problem flicking me off the board. And so I'm treading lightly, dude. I try very hard to make sure that I abide by all the guidelines. I try to make sure it's ad friendly. And when I hear about you guys struggling, I don't bring up my struggle. Like right now, my battle is between the yellow and the green $sign. So and it's not a battle, dude. Like I'm not like, I don't even want to make it. It is for me personally trying to get it to dance between yellow and green, but I know.
Awesome though, man.
Thank you. I'm very fortunate, dude. But I know what it's like to battle the age restriction. Forget about the money. The age restriction, dude. It is horrifying what age restrictions will do to your content. It can literally go from being a #1 performing video to 10 in less than 12 hours based on an age restriction. So
I've had one videos performing the best. It's performing better than any of the last 10 I've done. You can see the analytics, the views and the watch time is skyrocketing. It's like the craziest thing you've ever seen. You're the most excited you've ever been. You get hit with an age restriction, it flatlines. And you can leave that video up for another year and it might not get another 1,000 views in a year. It was getting 10,000 views per hour. And then after you get the age restriction, it might not get 1,000 views in the next calendar year.
You're 100%.
It completely kills the reach of a video, and it has really nothing to do with protecting children.
No, it doesn't. Because as you know, we can search on this platform how to cook up methamphetamine, how to distill alcohol. You can look up videos of children with wet firearms. Like it's not about that. But anyways, I want to move on from this only because I know that this particular topic is not a friendly topic to the algorithm.
It's not the algorithm right now.
That's it. That's it.
Triggering the AI.
That's it. And honestly,
look at you, YouTube. Thanks for liking your beautiful platform.
No, not yeah. It's just it's weird how it works, dude. And I'm 11 years on this, or I'm 10 years on this platform. So it's like I've
congratulations, buddy.
Thank you very much. I've started to learn the ups and downs. 11 years on the internet posting about weed. So it's like, you start to figure out the ups, the downs, the how to do it kind of thing. But anyways, coming to Twitch though, like I do want to focus on this because I'm a gamer, and that's kind of what segued us from this. I think most men should play video games. I think it's a great way to release that pent up energy. We don't share our emotions very much, but unless we're gaming, we're very quick to share our emotions. Yeah. As I think it's great for our mental health.
So crying about your horse in Red Dead Redemption 2, like, homie, he was my best friend, and I don't know what to do now. I've never felt this way. Like, I've never heard my husband cry like that.
Yeah, that's it. A little does she know he's crying about a year's worth of pent up energy. It's okay, but yeah, it's good for your health. Dude, I'm totally down to do some gaming. I'm totally down to do any kind of gaming. Because I think communities will love it. Twitch is for so much more than gaming though. Believe it or not, someone made the comment. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Tim the Tap Man.
Yeah, I've heard of Tim the Tap Man. I used to watch his videos.
Yeah. He's been quoted saying that Twitch streamers are cooked, and that game streams are dying. And in a way, he's actually right. If you look at like my most anecdotal evidence is that I always do a wake and bake video on Sundays. My wake and bake videos, which involve zero gaming, always get the most audience retention. Like I have the most people show up. As soon as I throw a game on, I'm a third of that. Anytime.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
okay, so now that makes me realize that just like for me, I think me personally, if I was watching your stream, I think I would be more engaged if you were looking right into the camera talking.
Correct.
Than if you were looking off screen saying, all right, I got to get this new upgrade. This guy's behind the corner. What if we can combine these? What if we had a dual stream where we take turns? There's one person on camera while the other person is gaming. Everything is on screen at the same time.
Genius, dude. Genius. We're on to something here.
Like the thing is though, that's fun though. That's fun to see that streaming is sort of shifting, because although maybe gaming viewership is down specifically, I bet if we looked at live stream viewership overall, it's at an all-time high.
You're 100%. I would 100% agree.
Record high.
I agree. Dude, when you watch iShow Speed or whatever, he's got like 100,000 people watching him at any given time.
Yeah, man. Kai Cenat, there's a bunch of really, really big streamers.
Yeah.
And like on Kai's streams now on Twitch, you see the most successful, like the artists who are on top in music in the top 10, their record label wants to pay Kai to have their artist on his stream. The way people consume media is changing, and it's changing in a really fun way that'll be fun for us too, because people are watching YouTube more on their TV. I think YouTube is watched more on connected TVs than Netflix now.
Oh, really?
People are watching live streams, like the exact things we love to do. So as soon as we can figure out this AI algorithm and navigate that, I don't know. I feel like the potential in the future is very good. Like, people watch more and more YouTube every year. People watch more and more streamers every year. And that's what I love to do. That's what I love to spend my time doing. So I'm really hopeful for that. And I'm really excited to get back into Twitch, dude. I think we could do some fun stuff together.
I'm stoked on it, dude. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm always open. Like, one of the biggest things I'm waiting for is like that. Someone to collaborate with that is excited to game, excited to just, to build a community. That's what it's all about, man. So, yeah.
You got the Quest 2, right? You got a Quest headset?
Yep.
Dude, we definitely need to
100%.
some
Dude,
VR games.
I literally
Turn the green screen and put our whole body in the corner.
created the green room specifically for VR headsets. I never admit that,
Okay.
but that's specifically why I did it. So I could like
Perfect. And I bet you don't utilize it as much as you would like to.
never enough. Yeah, never enough.
Okay, so you're going to hang the big green screen behind me in this studio. We're the pop the fuck off on Twitch.
Okay. tune in. What's your Strange Show? Strange Show on Twitch?
Yep. Twitch.tv/Strange Show.
Boom, dude. Speaking of the new studio, man, how does it feel to be in a new crib, man?
It feels amazing, brother. Thank you for asking. I have more room for my cat to move around. I have more room for activities. I actually have a room that I can designate as like, okay, I'm going to do Strange Show stuff in here. Before, like the last 2 years of the stream has been in my bedroom. So it's nice to have that space separate. You can sort of go to bed and not have to look and make sure you're not still streaming yourself on a live camera. But also the neighborhood is much more chill. People who are regulars on my stream know how much I went through with my old neighbor. He was sort of like, how do I put this kindly? A conspiracy freak, gun nut, drug tweaker.
Oh yeah,
So in a really nice way. So he was, and I shared a duplex with him. So we technically lived in the same home. And he was wild. So just to be away from that guy feels amazing. I have very strict rules here about smoking and growing. So it's been a little nerve-wracking at first. I'm not going to lie. Like we've been blowing all of our smoke out of the windows, almost not smoking inside at all. Still haven't set up a grow tent, although I don't think I can resist anymore. I think it's about to fucking go up.
Smart. Dude, I didn't know you. I didn't know you weren't growing, man. I didn't know you weren't growing yet.
Well, right when I moved, we had just harvested. Mm-hmm. It was like perfect for the trip. We did a harvest. We moved out. As soon as I put my boxes in this house, we went to DGC, where me and you hung out for a couple of days. That was dope, by the way.
Epic.
As soon as I got back from DGC, well, I came back every day. But as soon as DGC was over, we went to Berlin. And then since I've been back from there, I've been doing all kinds of other stuff. So I really haven't even had time.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point. Because growing and traveling do not go hand in hand. I don't care how automated.
Especially not with really, really young plants. Like, if I had something that was just like going along on an automated system and maybe I could have a homie come by the house 1 or 2 times while I'm gone, check on it. I can look at my camera. I got the Grow Cam. The whole VivaSun thing is automated from your phone. So you can just check that out wherever you are. If something is wrong on my phone, if I need someone. But like to set it up and have seedlings. Hey man, can you go to my house and look at my can every 6 hours until you see taproots? And I'm going to need you to transfer those into these little cubes. And then I'm going to need you to set up my flood and drain table. It's no big deal. It'll only take you like 12 or 13 hours.
You'll be fine. I'll walk you through the whole thing. Yeah, actually, I have a video on this. Don't worry. Don't worry. Just watch these 7 videos.
Video on YouTube, bro. It'll be really thing.
Yeah, don't forget the like button. Dude, I get it, man. And that's my father-in-law, man. I literally do that to my father-in-law. And he'll be like, so, and I mention it at the very last minute, too, because I tend to forget that I have to get, and then so he'll be like, it'll be like the day before I leave, and I'll be at his house, and I'll be like, yeah, oh right, dude, oh, okay, yeah, can you check on my plants too? He's like, okay, yeah, you just got, how many you got? 28, I think, give or take. I got, and he's like, yeah.
I know for a long time, though, you weren't really into automation. It was hand water or let the plants die. If I can't hand water every one of them myself, then they will just die. You've been leaning more into automation, right?
Yeah, actually, I still don't trust a man who doesn't hand water his plants. However, I am slightly getting more into automation, man. You know what? The reality is like I'm full of taglines, but I eventually cave, brother, because I'm about ease. I'm about like not ruining your life while you try to grow good plants. And the reality is that you can't do that if you're relying on yourself to be the vigilance all the time, 100%. And so it's like, yeah, you know what? I need to give in a little bit to the automation. I need to give in a little bit to the technology, brother, because I want to live, man. And you can grow good weed and let a little bit of the control go. That's so.
Yeah.
Yes, I have been getting a little more into it.
I also love like the consistency of an automated, like especially like an automated watering system. I was most recently running the flood and drain table, and that thing is like, it's on a digital timer. It's very good.
Which one are you using?
Right on time. Which one? If I tell myself I'm going to do this for exactly 15 minutes, exactly every 2 hours, first off, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to forget a couple of times. And also, the more times I go into that tent, the more times I have the tendency to just sort of stare for about an hour. I'll go into that grow tent to do a 5-minute job, and I'll stay in the grow tent for a whole hour, just sort of hanging out. And I have the confidence at this point, so I don't feel like I need to hover over the tent and check. I have all of the stats on my phone. I sort of know what to look for. I sort of know where my weak points in my specific system are. But if I have an excuse to go in that garden every 2 hours or 3 or 4 times a day, that has the tendency to easily eat up my entire day.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Which system are you using? Which table are you using?
I was doing a completely built from scratch flood and drain table that was in a 2x4 tent. The only thing that was like pre-made was the little table, and it was really a table made for clones, so it wasn't very deep. So what I did is I was growing autos, so I oversized my pots so they were in 5 gallons when I really could have probably got away with 1 gallon in a flood and drain. But since I wanted a large root mass, I put them in 5s, so they didn't have a very deep root structure, but the root structure went down and then went quite wide.
Nice.
So I crammed 4 of those in, and I just got like a little HDX tote from Home Depot as my reservoir, a couple of little Vivasun pumps, and some flood and drain. You know, they make the little connectors. You screw a hole and put that in your flood table. And then all of that was just sitting in my Vivasun tent. I had the Arrow Wing light and the little grow hub that comes with that. And that's all I had, and it was perfect.
Ew.
It was actually a lot of fun to run, and it was very easy. It just creates a shitload of humidity because you have a 4-foot wide by 2-foot wide tray.
Yeah.
Fills up with water inside the sealed grow tent like multiple times a day.
How did you combat that?
A lot of fan work with the automated Vivasun system and the grow hub controller, and then the air conditioner in the room. I had the standalone AC. And now the Vivasun has the new AC that I just got, so I can now run the AC in the room to help with that and have it all synced to the grow hub, so that's going to be real nice. But it wasn't that much of a problem that I couldn't combat it with just the exhaust fan until I got into flower. But then when I was getting into flower, although I wanted to make sure my lights were as bright as ever, I also wanted to make sure my temp was sort of dropping. So it's like you're asking for 2 things at the same time. Brighter light means more heat. So it was really beneficial for me anyways to be able to run an air conditioner in that lung room. But just the properties of the air conditioner itself dehumidify the room. So that being in there was a lifesaver.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably emptying it quite a bit. How big is the reservoir?
The reservoir in the AC?
Yeah.
I think it's a 4-quart to like a 1 gallon. But yes, I was emptying it pretty frequently. Because also in flower, not only am I running the lights, at full strength now, I'm also watering the plants more than ever because now they're bigger than ever. And they want to get, they need water more than ever, or those roots are going to dry out, because when they're not being watered, they were just in a fabric pot full of hydrogen pellets. So when they dry out, they dry all the way out. Like if I would have been gone from home overnight and my power would have went out, for like maybe 6 or 8 hours, that could have been enough to kill the whole tent.
Damn.
Because they just can't go long. That hydrogen only holds a very small amount of residual moisture.
Yeah, now that makes sense. That makes sense. And honestly, we deal with power outages here, unfortunately, frequently. I guess not crazy frequently, but we do deal with them a fair amount. I just remembered as you were saying this, you actually did a video on all this on your channel, if I'm not mistaken, on the flood and drain table, correct?
Yeah, I did a little build guide of the flood and drain, and then I've done a few in that series afterwards where like the examples of plants I'm talking about, although the video itself might not be specifically about the table, I'm using the plants in the flood and drain table as my like example plants.
Sweet, dude. Sweet. You know what? You've got me seriously interested in making it easier on myself. And, you know, having the timers and Viva Sun does make everything so easy in regards to the pump. They've got everything damn near with the pumps and the fans and the humidifiers.
You can do it a couple of ways. You can do the drip feed, or you can even just do the little auto pot bases, because they have even those now. There's just a self-wicking base.
Right.
Low butt chug.
Yep, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that. Dude, one thing I wanted to talk about, and we kind of loosely discussed it, was your trip through Europe. You know, you talked about the documentary. How was it, man? How was it to trek? I say Europe, which was amazing, and to be through Germany for what is Europe's biggest cannabis convention, aside from Cannabis. How was that, dude?
It was absolutely amazing, dude. First off, this was my first time out of the U.S. at all. I've never even been to Canada, never been to Mexico. I've never been across the closest borders to me. So to just going to get my passport, knowing that the intent with this thing is to go overseas, to go to this big cannabis event and meet all these people and go film this documentary, even that was mind-blowing. And actually touching down in Berlin, dude, I felt really lucky. It was really special. I was trying to, make the most of every moment. I was trying to slow down and take it all in, but also I'm trying to film every single thing. So it's sort of like you're working against yourself. But you know how even like an event that's only a few hours away from your house, I don't know how long it takes you to fly to Las Vegas, but even Las Vegas, when you go to that, it's 3 or 4 days and it goes by like this. And so I knew this trip was going to feel like that. So I was really trying to take it all in. The city was amazing. Berlin was amazing. It's very vibrant and alive. It's loud. It's full of people. Berlin is like one of the most, from what I was told, one of the like most open and welcoming cities in Germany, to like allow people to be themselves and express who they are openly and freely. So that was awesome. The event was amazing. I've heard numbers all the way up to like 75,000 people in attendance. And I think with Cannabis up in the air, like not knowing where it's going to be hosted, everyone is saying this is the biggest cannabis event in the world. And it really felt like it. The inside was humongous. The outside area was humongous. There was a fucking 50-foot Ferris wheel, probably 100-foot Ferris wheel, a bunch of stages. DJs played all into the night till like 8 p.m. After the inside stuff was over. You just go outside and kick it in the grass. And the vibe of the people there, the pride of the people there was really amazing. I felt really lucky to be part of this because with these new laws, they're fairly new in Germany, and these big events coming to Germany and people finally being allowed to use this plant openly and freely on a federal level. It means a lot to these people. Of course it does. You can get jaded to it, I feel like, in the U.S., probably in Canada the same. We've had, some of these states in the U.S. have had these laws for 14 years now or some shit like that. And so you sort of take it for granted. Yeah, of course, weed is legal in Colorado, but here it wasn't like that at all. People were very proud. I don't think I saw like maybe one example of cannabis that didn't come from a home grower that had a backstory that was very proud to not only have the legal right to grow this plant, but then to come together with everyone and celebrate it right there in their country, in their city, where they grew up, where they've seen people being persecuted by federal laws their whole life over a plant. And so there was a lot of pride and joy for everybody to come together, because not only are they prideful and happy about these laws and these new regulations that allow all of this stuff, they're happy that like we're celebrating it there with them. Everyone is there. Like the whole community, it feels like, has come together. Everywhere you look, you see another legend in the cannabis industry. And it was really, really amazing. It was really amazing to be a part of. And then I saw people from all over the whole world, P. They were like, oh my God, Matt, I love This Stranger. I watch your channel all the time, which was fucking mind-blowing. If I met you at Mary Jane, thank you so much for coming up to say hello. And thank you for watching the channel. Y'all made the trip really memorable. Meeting all of those people, those are the interactions and the moments I'll remember the most. Out of all of the crazy stuff that happened, that's absolutely what I'll remember the most.
Dude, to be overseas, brother, and have people, like, it's one thing to be in Colorado or in Vegas or in the United States, for crying out loud, but to be overseas and to have people reach out, and man, I don't know the feeling. I can't relate, but I think it's pretty amazing, brother. It's got to be amazing, man. How was the weed over there?
Oh man,
you obviously didn't bring any.
No, didn't bring anything at all. Was very particular. I didn't even bring anything with me to Boston, because I knew that where I was going to in Boston, I was actually in a place called Westport. But in Westport, it's legal. They had dispensaries. So I wanted to try that out. You know, I wanted to see what that was like. So I didn't take any of that stuff with me from Westport. Of course, we weren't like out of the car for 15 minutes, though. Just walking down the road, I ran into someone who didn't know me from the channel. They knew someone in my group, but never heard of me, never seen me or anything. We just started talking, and they were like, "This is your first time in Berlin?" And then their very second question was, "Have you found any good weed yet?" And before I could answer, they already had their arm all the way down to the bottom of his backpack. He's reaching for bud. And so he gives me a big old bag of flour. And I would say, like, if I had to average every piece of bud I saw there into one number, it was like 8 out of 10. And most of them were like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. And there were just a couple that were a little lower that might bring the average down. But there was really good flour from all over the place. And like I was mentioning before, most of it was homegrown by people who were really proud of it. And they had a backstory to how they grew it. And they had a backstory to when they started growing. And that was so fun to see. It was much better. It's like when you know an artist's first 6 albums before they ever got popular. You've been following them the whole time, and then they make that one album that's a top 10 hit, and now everybody knows them, and you're like, man, y'all don't know the whole story. When you know the whole story, it makes it better. And so to see like the pride and the joy, and to hear the stories that came along with these great examples, made it way more fun.
That's epic, dude. Of course, man. And I'm so glad to hear that the weed is great, because like
it really was.
The common experience when I go to the States is, unless somebody's providing it, typically like from the dispensary is kind of what I'm referring. It's really hit or miss, really hit or miss. And I know obviously it's the process, it's how it's being transported and handled and so on and so forth. But to hear that, you know, Germany's still so excited about it, it just makes me feel like they're still going to continue to take that passion and implement it into the laws so that that good product can get to the consumer. What was it like for like dispensaries and stuff? Were there dispensaries around?
There are not dispensaries. So the way it works now is you can possess, and I think I'm getting this right. I'm pretty sure I got this right. You can possess, you can grow. There's no dispensaries, but there are pharmacies. So if you're a medicinal patient, you can go to the pharmacy. If you're not a medicinal patient, you can have plants grown for you by a social club. And then you can buy the plants. It's sort of like, I think, how it works here in Colorado. So I have, when I have my medical exemption, I have an extended plant count that allows me to legally grow 24 plants at home. But if I sign that plant count over to a provider, like a dispensary, that means now they can take on my plant count because they buy a license from the state that allows them to legally grow X amount of plants. But then when they take me on as a patient, now they can grow 24 more plants. And now I can come to this place, I can buy my extended plant count amount, which is 8 ounces a day, from this place. And since I signed over to them, they'll give me like a better deal than anyone else would. And so I think it's similar to that. Since you can grow and it's legal for you to grow, but you can't go to the store, and everyone doesn't have the option, the knowledge, the know-how, the space, whatever it may be, to grow at home, they can just allow a social club to grow for them and then go buy from the social club. But even with the social clubs, like I mentioned before, the pride of the people is real, and the pride around the plant is real, and this is a big event. And everybody's trying to come, and I feel like everybody was saving that heat to bring to Mary Jane. They might have had flower that they saved specifically for this event because it was so good. Or they had 6 or 7 ones to pick out, and they're like, I'm only taking the 2 absolute best ones to Mary Jane.
Dude. Okay. You know, it's like listening to you and watching your story and like obviously hearing that there's good product out there. I think it's fair to say I'm probably are you gonna do it next year? Because I think I'm gonna.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So at least I know I got someone to stay with, or at least hang out with.
Yeah, for sure. Let's kick it. Let's stay together. Let's kick it.
Totally.
Lock
like
it
I
up.
feel like we should. I feel like it only makes sense, you know, go in numbers, right?
Yeah.
And not to mention it simply costs less when you can just throw down on a crib together and
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the kind of the way we figured out. Are you going to MJ BizCon this year?
Yes.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you have anything that's going on between then? Like anything like event wise?
Event wise, not that I can think of right now. There was like some smaller things. There was one thing that was just in Washington that I just missed that was like a glass blowing event. The name escapes me right now. And I'm trying to think, because like ever since I met you in Vegas last year for MJ BizCon, I was like, oh, this is the move. I should go to every little thing there is like this every time I get the chance. And so now I'm like trying to get things on my radar. I'm trying to put things on the calendar. So if anybody knows of good events that we should hit up, make sure you always reach out and let us know where we should be, what kind of things that are out there that we shouldn't miss. Because somebody asked me in Germany, is there anything like this? Is there anything comparable to this in the States? And I took like 1 second and I was like, no, not really. Not one big thing where everybody comes together. There's consumption on site. It really feels like it's for the community. I felt like the community was there. The homies were there. Of course, there's booths there. And there's business owners who are tied to those booths, and there's businesses and corporations that fund this event and, you know, pay for these.
Someone's got to pay.
But it wasn't like a business to business thing. I could come there just as a regular Joe Schmo and see all kinds of booths with things that I was glad to see. I didn't feel like they were pushing it on me or it didn't have no place there. And they really set it up for the community to have a good time. And the biggest thing we have is maybe Champs, Indo Expo, MJ, BizCon, but that's a business to business.
It's 100%.
You have a lot of little things.
Yeah.
Like the thing I was talking about in Washington. And that's sort of how it is in the United States. I don't know about Canada. But here in the U.S., we'll have like a bunch of little events. Like Seattle will have their own thing. And then Chicago will have a cool event. And there'll be something dope in Michigan. And there'll be one little thing in Denver. But there's not one big thing where everyone comes together. So it's sort of hard to keep up with all these little things in all these little cities.
Yeah, it can be. It really can be. And if you're not careful, it can cost a fortune too by,
Absolutely.
trying to make it to all these things because it's not free. It's not free. And
Not at all.
I immediately when you said, is there any, like as someone said, and you were trying to think if there's anything like that. No, of that size, because a lot of the events that are even proportional to that are business to business, strictly business to business. And so, and even Champs, I'll even say Champs is a business to business. It is it's, you can't even get in unless you have a business or not even a business, but like a booth at the business, or at the convention, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, no.
Yeah, the only thing I've ever been able to get into Champs is like people, like someone will want to have me out at Champs and I'll go there and meet them and they'll give me like a lanyard that has their company's name on it. Like I work for Runts or something. That's how it happened last time. I had on a Runts lanyard. I don't work for Runts.
Right. Yeah.
But, and you see people there. Of course, you see people there from the community because a lot of people that own these businesses or work in these businesses are associated with these businesses are just homies from the community like me and you. But it also is sort of prohibitive because if someone wants to come kick it with me and you at MJ BizCon, well, now they have to spend $400 fucking dollars, travel to Las Vegas, all on the off chance that they hope they find something worth doing in 4 days, because nothing in the convention is really set up for them. The convention is set up for companies to make business connections with other companies.
Yep. That's why I had so much fun at the DGC. Like if the DGC gets to the proportion of having 75,000 people, which I think, talking to the boys, that is not their intention, because I feel like they feel like then you lose the personal vibe that they have now that we speak so highly of. And
think about how DGC Cup felt. It felt like a family group. It felt like a large birthday party or something.
I totally agree. Yeah, it did. It was like it was just like a family barbecue. And it was like,
if that was 75,000 people, you would lose that. I don't know if this is true, but I heard someone say that they actually capped the ticket sales this year to like keep it that size. Like that was the max amount of tickets they allowed to be sold, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if they capped it or it was the venue particularly that.
Oh, okay. But either way, there was a cap.
But Brett was specifically saying he's. They don't want to blow a good thing, and I get it, man. They don't want to blow a good thing, so they're saying it's like they don't know what that line is, and are saying that they are willing to cap it to just keep that intimate vibe. And I respect that, dude. I do, because I think that's part of how you just keep something like this personal. Because, dude, it was for the community, by the community. There was so much free toke, dude. You could just consume. You could consume on site. There was that
was cool. There was no like smoking area. DGC is the smoking area. If you're there, you're in the smoking area. There was no place that you can't smoke. And it did have that really nice quality of like anywhere you were, you could have a conversation with someone. Anywhere you were, you could just sit down and spend some quality time with someone. There was never like too much hustle and bustle going on. There was never like too much foot traffic to where you got to like get out of everyone's way and you can't even stop and say hello to someone. And it felt like family vibes, It felt like family, that like distant family. Because I was meeting people there too that are like, hey, I know you. This is my name on Discord. Nice to meet you in real life. And I'm like, oh my God, what the hell?
Yeah, yeah.
I've known you for 7 years. And now we're hanging out in real life. And I'm really glad that it had that small vibe. Although the thing in Berlin, Mary Jane, that was unique and it was really special. And I'm glad that was the size it was. Because I feel like that that needed to be that size to facilitate what it was. This is a celebration of an entire country coming together as one to celebrate progress and to celebrate this plant. DGC isn't that. DGC is the Dude Grows Cup. Like, DGC is for the Dude Grows fam, you know? And when you go there and you meet the people that have been there at every one, they're like, this is my 10th year, dude, and there's only been 10. You're like, whoa, that's so sick. So it's a completely different thing. And so these little micro events we have, they're great. I just can't keep up with, I have a hard time keeping up with all of them because a lot of them I've never even heard of yet. So it's not just about remembering them. It's, I got to find them first.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. And because there's a lot, man. There's a lot. And there's a lot across the country, but like state to state to state to state is doing their own thing, particularly if they're legal right now. So yeah, you know what? I would love to hear from people, you know, which one is the best one, because I don't want to miss out because the DGC was amazing. It'll be a tough one to cap, but I'm totally open to doing something amazing. And dude, someday I think we'll host an incredible event, man. I see that.
Awesome.
I see that happening, man. We did the Growers Gauntlet. The Growers Gauntlet. And that was amazing. It was a lot of work. You know, shout out to Rob for bearing the brunt of that one. But man, it was an epic result. Like, it was just so cool to have people coming from all over the country to come smoke. You know, it was free smoke, you know, free drinks, free eat. Everything was on the house. It was just pretty much invite only was really the only thing. And so, yeah, I would like it to be open to everyone and kind of do the same thing.
Yeah. I was actually talking to Rob about that the other day because I have the like a vision of something very similar. Like, I was thinking, what if we all came together? There was an event just for the community and not for businesses at all. This isn't, maybe it's not a competition. Maybe it's not maybe it's not really in anything. Maybe it's just a weekend long smoke out. That's the premise. We just hang out. Of course, we could have musicians, we could have acts, you know, maybe like some talks. Maybe we could, I don't know, do like some live shows or whatever from the event. But just have it like where a lot of us come together. Because I know, like, you get it in your comments, I get it in my comments. When are you going to have a Pigeons event? When are you going to have a Strange Show event? When is there going to be a CLTV event? What if everyone came together for a big YouTuber community event? All the DGC fam is there too.
If you've talked,
we can all find a place in one of these weed-friendly states. Consumption allowed inside and outside. Of course, we could have some vendors. The way I thought of it was like how these places in Denver, we used to have these things called industry appreciation nights or bud tender appreciation nights. So for everybody that worked in the cannabis industry, there would be these venues. Cultivated Synergy was the main one. They would have this big event and everybody would just come hang out. There's a little bar. There's like usually a DJ, dab bars all over, and the booths that would be there would just be like, it was just like DGC. You just come up and get a dab. Maybe come up and get some weed, or like you come up and we'll roll you whatever kind of joint you want. And the reason these companies come there and do that is because everyone from the cannabis industry, all of us as the employees, are coming there. And so their thinking is, if they give me a bunch of cool dabs all night and then I go to work at the dispensary the next day and the customer comes in and says, hey, I'm looking for some nice live rosin. What do you got? I'm going to say, oh man, I was just hanging out with these guys last night at this event and they were dabbing me up on this live rosin. It was really nice. Check this stuff out. So no, you could have like people that are interested. It would like be begging you to come to your event and give out free dabs and roll people joints. Like, people would want to be part of this. So I'm just trying to figure out how many of the people in the community would actually want to come. Where can we have it? And who all would be down to be involved? I'm brainstorming all of this currently.
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah, count me in.
Okay.
I know if you've spoken to Rob about this, he's probably voiced his idea about it, and the ideas that we've had. We've tossed around some epic ideas, dude, and there's a ton of events already that are happening out there that you simply just need to sprinkle weed in. That would be just epic, dude.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like you don't even have to reinvent the wheel on this. It's like just make it happen. And so yeah, count me in. And I know Rob's an incredible guy, and he's incredibly talented, and he works like none other. And so yeah, I know that I know he would be in on this as well. With the right delegation of tasks, right? Because remember, if you take this on, dude, it's amazing how many people will be involved but won't do anything. So you just got to be ready for that too. And it's bless their souls. It's a huge undertaking, and it's like sometimes it can be just tough on where to get people to start. Not.
I feel like for me, the majority of this undertaking would be delegation of task.
It is,
because
I
can't think of one part of organizing an event that I'm qualified to do. So it's a very lofty goal. But
dude,
like I said,
starts somewhere, right?
The events. What's that?
It's got to start somewhere, though. A lofty goal, but you know what? Hey, aim high, right, brother? Aim high, man. That's the biggest thing.
I'm like in a place where I feel like fortunate enough and lucky enough to where, like, if somebody could do it, if anybody could do it, maybe I could be one of those people to get this ball rolling, And so if I have that opportunity, I don't know. I'm all about chasing big goals right now, P.
I know you are, dude.
For the stars, homie. So,
dude, that's what it takes.
Go and see these great events, and I feel the love from the community, and I hug it out with all these people who I've only known as a screen name, or who I've never met at all. Some of these people are loyal watchers and viewers. So they're not subscribers, though, and they don't have a screen name because for so long they've been in a prohibition area of the world. And they do this secretly. They live this whole experience to themselves. Imagine the thing that we love the most, that me and you get to share our experiences with every day on YouTube. Imagine if we had no one in the world we could talk to this about. Your favorite things in the world, you have to keep a secret. Your greatest passion and the thing you're the proudest of, you can't show anybody these plants because you might go to prison. And so sometimes people only have these small communities on the internet. They only have these rare events to come together and be able to celebrate this openly and have this shared experience with the homies. And every time that I get to be part of something like that, you feel the love and you feel like the magic and how needed this was. I'm like, wow, we all needed this. And it's too rare to me, I feel like. So if I could just make that happen, if I could make those experiences happen just a little bit more often, I'm down to put in whatever work it takes to make that happen.
Good, dude. Good. And I'm excited to hear about that. So count me in. And speaking of exciting, I'm jumping in, you've gone full time into this, into content creation, right? So how does that feel, man? How does it feel to be going full time into YouTube, into content creation?
It feels like you could probably relate. It feels all kinds of ways at once. And if I listed all of the emotions it gives you, you would see that a lot of them are conflicting because it feels exciting as fuck. And I feel very lucky. And it also feels makes me horribly nervous and scared, very, very scared sometimes. When I first made this decision to go full-time on YouTube was after I got accepted to the YouTube Partner Program. And when I expressed a little bit of surprise earlier when you said your current struggle now is between that green monetization and that yellow monetization, that was surprising to me because even when I was accepted to the Partner Program, I could never turn on ads. It was always no ads allowed, but eventually they accepted me and they let me do channel memberships, which was awesome. So I enabled the channel memberships. We would do a little bonus content for channel members, and I did a extra live stream every week for channel members. And the support from my community was mind-blowing, P. In no time, I was up to 500 channel members. In no time, my memberships were like a really strong competition for how much I was making from my job. And I was like, look, the grow I'm working at right now, because I was working in the cannabis industry still, but in a garden that I had no pride in, that the people that owned it had no pride in. They were bottom of the barrel kind of business owners that you felt ashamed to work for. It was horrible. I was doing my best to make this bad place better, but there's only so much one person can do when everything is working against you. And like, I don't have the money. If the people who own the place aren't going to invest in the things we need, there's only so much I can do. So I made this decision. I was like, I'm going to try to do this with like the support of my channel members. There was no brand sponsorships or brand deals. There was like maybe a one-off every now and then somebody will give me some money for a review, but absolutely nothing you could like bet your income on. So I make the transition. I'm doing YouTube. It's amazing to have this extra time that I can invest into the videos. I'm making the best videos I felt like I've ever made. I'm making more of them than I've ever made. And then I get that copyright strike, brother. I get a copyright strike on my channel. The AI algorithm bot that you mentioned earlier scans the whole channel. They remove me from the partner program. They start giving me flags and restrictions. I can't post for 2 weeks. And that's every single cent of my income gone overnight. And I've just walked away from my job, and I didn't walk away like on the best terms, because when I said, hey, I'm going to quit and do YouTube, the guy was pissed off. And I was sort of offended that he was pissed off at me. I was like, how dare you get offended at me? Like, after all the shit I've done for you and the horrible working conditions, you're going to get mad at me that I want to quit? You don't pay well, and I work in a really horrible place, and I go way above and beyond for you. Fuck you, dude. Of course I'm quitting. So going back to the job was impossible. And now I'm like, okay, fuck. Now I gotta go back to work after all the, because I worked with a lot of the same people, ever since I moved to Colorado, almost for like 9 years now. And they're like, whoa, Matt, you're finally going to quit work and go do YouTube? Because they all know I've been like making YouTube videos since the whole time I've been working in the cannabis industry. And then I had to go crawling back like, hey guys, that didn't work out and I'm going to get evicted. So you got a job for your boy? So I went back to working for a while. And I transitioned eventually to a part-time job. And right now, as of recently, I'm just doing YouTube all over again with no channel memberships at all. So big ups to everyone who is helping me support this dream and this channel on the Patreon. Because Patreon, although we offer the same things, as you probably know, P, it's much, much harder to get someone to leave the platform they watch your videos on to support you on Patreon. People will do it on YouTube without a second thought because they're right there watching your video. They're like, wow, this video is really helpful to me. And there's the button right here beside the video. So it's an easy click. It's an easy decision. If they got to go look in your description and find the link to your Patreon and then go over there and they don't even know what Patreon is or how it works, it's much harder to get that conversion. So thank you to everyone, because that's the only way I'm able to do this still. But it's still nervous because every week you're like, okay, I hope I don't get a strike on this video, because if I get a strike, none of the ways that I make money or post shit on the internet are going to be viable anymore. I'm not even going to be able to upload for 2 weeks. So it can get scary, but it's still the best thing I've ever had the opportunity to do ever by like 150 miles.
Yeah, I get it, brother. And you know what? I feel I feel it, dude. It's entrepreneurialism or entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship. It's one of those.
Yeah, that sounds good. I like the combination.
Yeah, we'll put them together. That really, anyone who tries to start their own business, that tries to walk away from the mainstream, deals with that anxiety, that insecurity of the unknown, and it's incredible, brother. And you know what? I'm excited to hear that you're diversifying your income or your stream with going to Twitch, because that's going to increase some income as well, because Twitch also has that button right there to hit subscribe.
Yeah.
Remove the ads. Removes the ads. And I'll be straight with you. Twitch has the best chat integration experience than any other platform, with the emotes, with the games, just there are so many things that your community can be doing in the chat to just keep themselves entertained. Is incredible.
And all the live streaming software in the world is built with Twitch integrations in mind. So if there's any third-party stuff you want, like most of that stuff doesn't integrate. You can't even play marbles on stream.
That's right.
On YouTube still.
That's right. That's right.
Like,
that's crazy.
Everything in the world is integrated into Twitch.
Yeah. And you know what?
It's difficult when there's like no business model, because if it was like a clear business with business goals and like a model to make income, that would make it more clear. That would make more sense to quit your job for.
That's what
this was never a business to me. It was like an artistic, fun thing. I just like to make the videos. I thought it would be cool to help people. And there was never no ROI. I never thought of it to be like, because for like immediately my second video got a strike and my fifth video got a strike. So right out of the gate, I was like, okay, posting shit to YouTube about weed is a no-go. No one will ever see these videos. I'll never really grow a channel. Like, there's no money to be made. All of that was very, very clear right at the beginning. It was really shocking to see that the videos ever even got views. And that didn't happen for a long time. And the only reason I kept making those videos for so long is just because I enjoyed it. And that's why when I quit and they took away that YouTube channel membership from me, that's why I was left with nothing, because I had never thought of like, all right, Matt, you should like have a business tied to your YouTube channel so you can like sustain making YouTube videos. So having to think about like, all right, how do I take something that I do because I love to do it, and then also tie that into how I have to pay my bills without ruining the thing that I love to do. I don't want to take the thing that I love to do and make it feel like a job. So that's also like another fine line to walk. I'm always nervous that I'm going to take this thing that I love to do and I'm going to taint it in some way with money, Yep.
I struggle with that every single day. I unfortunately grew up in a world where money was just valued in a way where it was almost more valuable than human connection and human relationship. And so for me, money's always been a source of darkness rather than a source of light. However, one thing that's, homelessness will do this to you. Poverty will do this to you, where it's like, there's a hustle to extrapolate money out of, it's a hustle, dude. And to extrapolate money out of the internet is one of those things where it's not easy, man. It's not easy. However, there is a billion plus, maybe $1 trillion industry called the World Wide Web. And it is amazing how having I'm not even going to say the business sense, because I don't even have that business sense. But as one of the first home grower content creators to go full time and to do this full time, if not the first, it definitely presents some challenges. However, trying to get monetized for your passion and your hustle, I feel like is what as a human being, we are designed to do. We are not designed to work behind a till. We are not designed to work on a conveyor belt. We are not designed to do these very robotic tasks. And yet here we are. We are designed to create and to be free and to be excited and to be able to express ourselves.
Absolutely.
And we should be able to monetize that. You should be able to make that into a job. And so how to do that? There is no book for that, because unfortunately the powers that be much rather you just fall into line and be that robot. But it's like, you, sir, deserve to get paid for the work that you do and the passion that you have to spread the word of cannabis and community to as many people as possible. You deserve that, man. And I think that so does every other human being that has a passion for something. You deserve to be able to spread that passion to the world. And I wish we could all do that for free. I wish that we could all do that out of the kindness of our hearts. But the reality is that that doesn't make the machine move. You have to do that. And so, yeah, don't ever feel bad or I don't know, or be down on yourself if you are trying to find a way to monetize your passion, because I feel like as a human being, that is our destiny. Is to be able to express ourselves in that way. So, yeah.
For that, it'd be interesting to have conversations like this about, like as YouTubers, but specifically like weed tubers who are trying to do this, and it is tied to money to have these conversations. But I know they're uncomfortable conversations.
They
are. Yeah, they're sort of uncomfortable conversations to have about money. And, some people are just wired that way. I know, for me, it wasn't right. I didn't feel right at the other place working this other job for someone else's money, But I know for some people, like my brother, for example, he doesn't like that stress of his income being tied to all on him. He doesn't want all of the responsibility of managing a business. He would much rather just go work that 9 to 5 and then be off and not ever worry about it again, because it is a thing. It's like when you're doing stuff for yourself, you really never turn it off. You're sort of doing it all day and all night.
You're absolute, dude. I know, and there are times I've been full time since 2020, and there are times where I don't want to say it, but I would love to be able to just put the brain to rest at 5 o'clock and just not give a shit about the business, the job, none of that, because it's just nice to flick off the switch, but. It's really hard to complain because I'm very blessed to work for myself. And at the end of the day, for those that seek that, I encourage them to, because as I said, I think humans should be afforded that opportunity more.
Yeah. And you're really lucky you get to work with your wife, you get to spend time with your son, and you get to do the things you love. And so even with our little beefs we might have with YouTube, me and you are two of the luckiest guys in the world, P.
You damn right.
It wouldn't be without the people watching this video right now. So if you're watching this, if you hear me say these words, I'm talking about you, and we appreciate you. Thank you all so much.
Brother, incredibly said. Dude, I want to thank you for coming on tonight, man. It was an absolute blessing to have you. I'm glad we had the opportunity to have a conversation without the involvement of too many tech issues, shall we say?
Yeah.
But Matt, real quick, if anybody wants to support the show or show up or pull up, where could they do that?
Yo, check me out on YouTube at youtube.com/Strange Show. Go follow me on Twitch, because I'm about to start streaming with pigeons, twitch.tv/Strange Show. If you want to check out the behind the scenes stuff or support the channel, you can do that at patreon.com/Strange Show. I'll see you there. Much love, homies. P, thank you so much for having me. This was a great talk. Can't wait till we do it again. I can't wait to see you in Las Vegas.
It's going to be before we even know it, dude. Time flies when you're having fun. Absolute pleasure. Honor was mine, dude. Can't wait to see you. Keep smiling. It looks great on you, man. Everyone, go check out Matt from Strange Show. Huge, where was I going with that, dude? A huge friend of mine and a partner of the show, man. I appreciate you, dude. Cheers, man.
Later, buddy.
Thanks, bro. We'll be back right after this.
Come on and lift your glass. You won your own free pass to be our guest. If you're stressed,
Well, huge freaking shout out to my guy, Mr. Strain Show, Matt himself, for joining me for an epic conversation. Don't forget to go and check him out at Strain Show over on any and all platforms. You will not be disappointed, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that conversation. I really do. That was a great one. I really consider Matt a friend, and anytime I get to have an opportunity to sit down with him and hash it out, it is a good time. And shout out to Mrs. P. I think she did a fantastic job on that show. That was fantastic. Camera angles were on point. Oh, you did a great job, Mrs. P.
Thank you.
Bravo, my friends. Jester, thank you for being here, and thank you guys for keeping the conversation running the whole time. I heard you guys. I seen you guys out there, man. Appreciate you, and thank you, Double A, and Nate. Thank you for a great stream, man. That was dope. Thank you, Lacey. Appreciate you so much. Solid show, man. Carry on Matt's gears, grind. Solid show, man. Carrying Matt's gears, grind about his tent up, his automation worth it, and look forward to watching his new videos. That's what I like to hear, John. I'm glad to hear that, man. Mrs. P is the GOAT. I think she did a fantastic job. That episode just flowed so nice. Tried a few new things on that one. We had some new camera angles. We had a new scene. Hopefully you guys, what did you guys think? Hopefully you guys didn't mind it. A little bit of a change up. Feels like things are almost starting to get figured out around here. Dare I say it. Mrs. P.
Don't say that, because then you're going to change things.
We change things every week. Every week. Brand new show. John Nuggs, thanks, man. Appreciate you. Dro House, Mrs. P with the thumbs up. Mr. Ganix, I see you, dude. El Chapo, thank you, brother. Omega Man 420. Look at that, man. Look at all the members in the chat, dudes. I appreciate you guys for pulling up. And I appreciate Matt for diving into everything that's on his mind, man, and everything that's been on his plate. I can't wait to chill with him again and have a great time, man. The split stream was a great addition. Thank you, East Coast. I was hoping you'd say that, man. Thank you.
I did enjoy that shot.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, it was a bonus one. I like that one, too. Holdor. Thanks, Mrs. P. Hey. Appreciate you, John.
That's what I'm here for.
High Plains Bud. Smoke that like button, ladies and gentlemen, if you would be so inclined. Reg, the hardest guy to at in the chat. Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate you, dude. Cheers, bottoms up, and smoke a lot of potamus. Coming in late, but any time is a good time, baby. Thanks for being here, man. Tasty Genetics, appreciate you, dude. Trent, thanks for the love. Cheers, Sean. Free the DGC. Yeah. Yep. Camera transitions were on point tonight. I'm glad.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you guys, man. We work really hard on this show. I don't know if it shows or not, but we do. We work very hard on this show. And to hear your guys' positivity is absolutely a blessing.
And I'll tell you a secret. I have no idea what I'm doing.
She has an idea. She's playing you.
She's starting to have an idea.
She's a shark. And she's not even using buttons yet. She's clickety-click still. Wait till we get her on buttons, dudes.
I can't get the buttons.
Wait till we get her on buttons, dudes. It'd be so much easier. No scrolling, just buttons.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, we're getting to the point now where the 9 buttons or whatever that is, what's that one, 15 buttons, isn't big enough. You can get like 30 buttons or 60 buttons, and
just wait until Lil P starts school. He's going to be taking some media courses.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can hire him on. We'll teach him the ranks.
Yes, we will. Yeah, Little P's taking some media arts classes next semester, so we're next year, so we're pretty excited about that.
Walking into that classroom and seeing the
level of production,
the equipment that they had,
amazing.
was unreal. I was like, oh yeah, I've got a switchboard like that, but it's a quarter of the size.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
Very cool.
Zenocidal. Hey, bro, love the content. Thanks for all the info and fun. Got a question for an upcoming garden here in North Carolina. And bro, the more I learn, the more questions I have for THCA flower, dude. Hey, any question you got, man? I've got a question. What's your question, man?
It's further down.
I'm trying to grow THCA flower that's compliant with USDA 0.3%, and it seems like the flower is all the same, but harvest time and test is the key to prevent it from being hot. Yeah, see, personally, I'm in that case, or are THCA strains what I need to be focused on? You know what? Without more information, it's kind of hard for me to determine like what your particular scenario is. However, chances are, when we're talking harvests and when we're talking like when to harvest for THCA, it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. It's people say that they harvest early in order to be compliant with THCA rules and guidelines, essentially the Farm Bill. However, it doesn't really work like that. It's more like, it sounds like people are harvesting earlier, sending in stuff for sending stuff in for testing. It tests high in THCA, low in THC, and then they continue harvesting, or they continue growing the plants until they hit a THCA level, and that's when they distribute them, so their clients or their customer base are actually getting THC flower. Now, I don't really know how it all works because, like, I'm not a man of science. I just grow my own because I find that the easiest way to harness, you know, the powers of gardening and the powers of this plant. But aside from that, I really have no idea. I have no idea. It is all THCA, converted upon, combustion and so on and so forth. Yes. But as we've discussed many times in the past, the flower that the customer is getting is fully grown, mature bud that would not test compliant with THCA or the hemp bill regulations. But we've talked about this at length in other videos. If you're trying to figure out what my position is, we've talked about it in live streams, just in regards to, get your hustle. You know, if someone's hustling THCA, get it. Whatever. As long as the product is good, it's clean, it does the job, it's affordable, then I'm all about it. Aside from that, no, it has to meet those things. So yeah. And I also want to make sure that when people are being tested for these kinds of cannabinoids, either by their employer or by law enforcement, that they're testing positive for whatever, right? Testing positive or negative. That's the thing. I'm kind of scattered. It was a long conversation tonight. We've had some wobbly pops. It's been a great one, and I think it's just about it. I think that's just about it. I want to remind everybody, because we're limping into the next couple weeks, I was thinking about taking a little break from the show, but tonight went pretty damn good, Mrs. P. I don't think we need to skip a beat at all.
No, as long as this one system can keep up with what we're doing, I keep pushing it.
Yeah. We'll keep pushing it. But if you guys are around and you want to hang out, I'm going to be live on Twitch, twitch.tv/pigeons420. Come and hang out. I'm live every single night, except for Sundays and tonight because I'm here. Come and hang out. Come game. Come chill. It sounds like Matt Strange Show wants to start gaming, and I would love to hold his hand as we jump into the world of gaming together, man. That would be absolutely epic. That's about all I have tonight, friends. That is it. I've got a brand new video posting on this channel in like the next couple days in regards to my setup. Posted a grow video, but I think I told you guys that last week. Tea with P on Patreon posts tomorrow, but a brand new episode of Tea with P will post on Monday. We posted this week's episode with Danny Danko. So if you guys haven't seen that, maybe we can throw a link for that. Yeah.
Can? Yeah.
Let's throw a link for that. Let's throw a link.
2 seconds.
We got a link for the tea and a link for the grow channel. because yeah, we had a great conversation with Danny Danko, and we posted that. And if you haven't seen it or you're new here, go and check it out. I think you'll love it. And not to mention, if you have an opportunity, hit the subscribe button, guys. Turn on some notifications, because Tea with P is the Tea Time with P is just interviews. No podcast, no conversation, or no news topics, just the podcast, or just the interviews. So if that's something you're interested in, come and hang out, man. And then Twitch. Sorry, that was the other one I was thinking of.
I don't have a link for Twitch.
Just on the browser. It should pop up on. I have it on my.
Oh yeah.
And then if you guys want to hang out on Twitch, come hang out. Maybe you'll see Matt. I know on Wednesdays you will see Mr. ROB CLTV and Mr. Grow It as FTS hits up PUBG on Wednesday nights. Okay? So come hang out. I'll make sure you're well entertained. Okay, my friends? Mrs. P, hell of an episode.
Thanks.
We'll do this again next week, guys, okay? Thank you so much for being here, guys. Monica, Lacey, girls, I appreciate you. B, thank you, brother. Dro, great show, P. Production is top notch, Mrs. P.
Thanks, guys.
Hell yeah, Dro, thank you. Appreciate you, Canadian Outdoor Strain. What are you gaming on? I hit up PUBG, Call of Duty, Tarkov, and a little bit of Grand Theft Auto. A little bit of role play sometimes. But I'm really up for any good games. Appreciate you, new buds. Thanks, John. Appreciate you, brother. I just followed you on Twitch. Thanks, Omega Man. We'll see you tomorrow night, dude. Okay? Because I'll be there. Show me Hydro. Talk about Twitch. Dude, good to see you, man. Sean, you take care. Thanks, you too. Appreciate you, Sean. Thank you. Cheers, Kevin. Thanks. Good shit, P, Mrs. P. Appreciate you, Matthew. Thank you, Hippie. Thank you, Chapo. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate you, Double A. Ms. P, crushing it. Thank you, Mr. Organics. Tasty Genetics. Take care. Stone Barrington, you the man, brother. You the man, brother. Got this beautiful rug here because of you, handsome devil.
Is he the one that did the rug?
Yes, man.
Oh,
yes,
love
man.
it. Love it.
Canada Kev, appreciate you. See you, Nate. See you, Matthew. See you, Ty. See you, Skittles. East Coast, I appreciate you, brother. See you, Honor Roll. See you, Jester. See you, Will. All right, guys. Until next time. See you back here next week, or I'll see you on Twitch tomorrow. Peace.
I can't believe diamonds so pearls, and I will wanna take you traveling the world. I'm gonna love you, babe. Cross my heart and hope to die.